Set the recorder. All right, we're live. Thanks for coming in early, so I can pretend to get a decent night's sleep tonight. And as you can see tonight, I am not indulging in alcoholic beverages, so no one's getting an artifact tonight. So, but appreciate it. Hey, Matt, there's Matt. And Chuck, I didn't see you come in.
What's that?
I didn't see I didn't see Chuck. Chuck sort of snuck in under the wire. I didn't see him come in. Chuck, you there?
Howdy.
Hey, there he is.
Feeding
Can
my
you hear
face.
me?
Sorry.
Hey, how's everything down there? Did you guys have like a chemical spill or something?
No, it just blew up and was on fire for a few days.
Oh.
Then they put it out. Then it caught back on fire for a few more days.
Oh, nice. Well, you
So
always
we've
admire the stick-to-itiveness of a nice chemical fire.
Yeah, we have a lovely jet stream of benzene going everywhere. So.
Oh, God, you all right? Are they going to move you or?
No, my area is fine.
Okay.
The area that it happened, Kelly had a few days off work because they did a shelter in place and closed everything down there.
Mm-hmm.
But because of the I guess the wind pattern and the way it blows, my neighborhood or my city, whatever, is not in danger.
Not even okay. Well, good. I'm glad to hear it.
Or at least that's what they tell us as we walk around and grow extra arms.
The EPA says no danger. The atmosphere is fine.
Exactly. You'll be fine. Walk it off. That's what my coach used to say. Oh. And Gordon and Jennifer, welcome.
All right.
So we're waiting on Miguel. Hold on, let me. He's probably still recovering from those texts. That's why he's just reluctant to show up. Hold on a sec.
Can you
Buy a new phone, change his phone number.
Anybody? Bueller?
Yeah,
Hey,
you're quiet.
Matt, we can hear you.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Soft.
So I just punched him an email. See if he'll jump on here. I don't see him on Roll20 either, so we'll see. But all right. So how's everybody doing tonight? Good.
I'm scared and confused.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's normal. Don't worry. It'll be fine. So before we get started, while we wait for Mike, I just want you to sort of take a spin backwards a little bit in time and see things from the captive on the toilet's eyes. So we spin back about 6-8 weeks, and you see this vision of this guy, and he's with a bunch of other crusaders, and they're laughing and joking, and then they hit they're coming through Mendev on their horses, and they're in good shape. They're tough, salty band. They're looking for trouble. They're not attached to any particular army or anything, but there's about 40 of them, and they think pretty much anything that comes their way, they're going to be able to handle. They run into a few denizens of the world wound, fight them off, have a couple of successes, and you can see they're riding pretty high on the feeling of those victories, and smiles all around, and guys laughing and joking around the campfires at night. And then they go deeper into the world wound, and the mutational effect of this place starts to warp the plants. Water runs out. There's no water in the streams anymore. People start to get, the heat starts to come up a little bit, and people start to get a little tired, and they're edgy and fidgety and starting to snap at each other across their horses. It may even, around the campfire a night or two, there might be even a small fight, or somebody, fists are thrown as tempers grow short. Food starts to run low. Water's hard to find. Even the cleric is having a hard time raising up enough water for everybody. And that's when they get hit hard by a counterattack. It comes in the very early morning, probably 3 a.m., 4 a.m. It's still dark out. Only just the glow of the sun is just now beginning to do that sort of very early, sort of almost you can't even tell that there's a light at the eastern horizon. When they hit, demons in force. And they come on these guys like a hurricane. And it's a rout. They were completely unprotected, unprotected, unprepared. Their pickets, who were supposed to lead these guys, just quietly assassinated, never knew what hit them. By the time they're rolling up out of their bedrolls, trying desperately to throw on armor, grab their swords to defend themselves, those who did survive have already been rounded up. Manacles on them, laughing demons, torturing them with whips and stabbing them with daggers to keep them moving as they drag them towards Citadel Drazen, held by the demons, the dwarven citadel held by the demons for 70 plus years. They get brought into the citadel, brought into the bowels of the citadel, put into cages, taunted, tortured. Every once in a while, somebody's brought out, and right in front of everybody, they're either slain or, even worse, eaten, drained completely of blood by the vampires, or thrown to the demons that live down there and torn to pieces in front of everyone. This goes on for weeks until the numbers continue to dwindle. Probably 25 of them went into the dungeon. Then there's 20 left, 15, 10. Some of them they seem to be ignoring, to starve in their cages. And you can smell that starvation smell starts to come out of those cages, the smell of humans that are slowly eating away themselves as they desperately try to hang on to life. Idris looks across there, sees his friends dying, being tortured, but never is it his day. He keeps waiting for the day that they come down and they choose him to either tear apart or drink, until one day the orcish vampire Theric Null comes to his cell, laughs, smiling with his tusks coming out, red pinpoints of his vampiric eyes looking at him in the darkness. They pull him out of there, and Theric has taken him to his own quarters. He hasn't eaten for days. Feels like he hasn't drunk water for an equal amount of time. He's weak, can't fight back, tries to, can't. The orc easily outmuscles him, pins him down, sinks his fangs into his neck. Idris thought, this is it. This is the end. He's going to drink me dry like he's done so many others. Then he wakes up hours later, perhaps a day later. He doesn't know. There's no clocks. There's no sun in this pit. He wakes up, the coagulated blood still crisp on his neck. Theric going about his business, writing at his desk, talking to the other ones. He's in chains, thrown over there. He can barely move, so weak he is, and he's left alone for a couple of days. And then Theric comes back to him, drinks again and again and again, always taunting him, telling him, "This is the night I drink you dry, and you become one of my slaves." But it never happens. And then something begins occurring in the Citadel. He knows not what, but there's some sort of ruckus. People are moving around. The thralls come to Theric, and they kneel down in bestial fashion in front of him while he tells them what to do. Stop those guys. Go and fight them. Attack them from stealth. Wait and see what the raids do to them, and then attack. When they're busy, when they're distracted. But apparently it doesn't work, because soon these guys come in. Guys and women fighters and magicians that come in, and they attack Theric. Theric throws Idris to the side and says something like, "Now these interlopers will see how we do things here in Citadel Drazen." And he goes out of his rooms, out into the main room. He can hear, as he passes in and out of consciousness, the sounds of battle, the sounds of cries and calls for Erastil and Iomade, and he knows that those are certainly no demons. No demon would utter those names down in this pit. The next thing you know, he's being shaken awake by an Ulfin man, tall, gangly, black hair. He says, "What is your name? Are you okay?" And his eyes open, and he sees Lothar. Then he looks around, and he sees the rest. Some of them looking at him suspiciously to see what he does next. But somehow, he's been rescued. Theric is dead, and now he's in the company of these warriors, these crusaders. He hears them talk about how they came from Kenebris and what happened there. And he slowly begins to put the pieces together as to what's gone on over the last couple of months. This great attack all across the southern border. The Queen of Mendev tasking them to come and try and retrieve this flag that he knows nothing about. And he continues to follow you deeper and deeper into this pit because he has nowhere else to go until we open on today. And he finds himself, Idris following along, Lothar and Bardos in front of him, the doors to the steps that lead downward ahead of them, and walking downward, he sees the rest of the party kind of looking around, checking out the corner, seeing what comes next in this hellish pit. And that's where we start today. As we look down into the hallway with the great pit with the statue in it, the bust of some sort of Merilith, some sort of demon, and Gato, frightened by the presence of Otto, who seems to be taken aback. He's not trying to attack him or anything, but Gato seems petrified. He's up on a little tier, with his back up against the wall with his knife out. Stay back, get back, dog. And that's where we start. What do you guys do?
Hi, Mike.
Hey, Mike, you made it.
How's it going?
Good. All right, so now we start. We're not in initiative or anything, but Gato is back up against the wall, and Otto is sort of standing at the steps. It's a raised area.
Don't come.
So stealth is kind of out the window at this point.
You can hear them. Those of you who are still in the hallway, you can hear Gato and Otto. Well, Otto's not saying anything, obviously, but Gato is definitely, you can hear him saying things like, don't come near me, stay back.
But my voice kind of changes. It seems weird. It's hard to place, but it's not my normal voice.
Verena can see through Otto and feel through Otto. I mean, is she sensing fear from Gato? She's just trying to figure out what's going on, why he ran.
Yes, fear and confusion.
Give me a sense motive check.
Okay. Yeah, I was actually just reading this. Now I need
And I assume that Otto uses Farina's sense motive.
I was just going to ask you
Yeah.
that.
Well, if you're seeing through his eyes, it's really you doing it.
She's doing it, right.
Yeah.
That's much more preferable since Otto has a +1 and Farina has a whopping +2.
Ooh.
Double.
100%. Yes, I have.
Awesome. 5. Yeah. He looks afraid. He looks confused. You see his eyes kind of like darting all over the place, but they continue to come back to Otto, and he's got that dagger out, and he's just like holding it in front of him, like, stay back, stay back.
That being said, then Otto's just going to take a very low-key stance, kind of guarding him, but turning with his back to the wall so he can also watch to his right, but very non-attack position towards Gato. But I want to leave him there with Gato.
Okay. What about the rest of you? What are you guys doing? You see Farina sort of like, she's got her head, sort of head in her hands. She's like, something's wrong with Gato.
I'll tell everybody that too. Something's wrong with Gato. He's freaked out. I don't know what's going on. He's scared.
Flashheart, do you think maybe a paladin of Iomade could have a conversation with him and try to help him out?
Muta.
Yes. Sorry, I was trying to turn off mute. Yes, I'm happy to have this conversation and see if I can bring him back to. I mean, he knows me for a while, right? We've been traveling for a while together.
Well, what happened in the room before is he kind of became a different person. Not recognize you if that same thing is happening again.
I'm just
But
trying
you're
to
still
tie in.
paladin.
I'm
Feel
just trying to tie
something.
in.
Hey, Don, turn on
Yep.
Gmail, G-Chat.
Yep.
I'm just trying to tie in all the long monologuing Les did about this other captive and how it maybe ties into Gato. Is there no correlation, or is there correlation there?
What, between the captive, the guy,
Yeah.
the first to die?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to understand. Is something that happened to the captive somehow impacting Gato, but I don't know.
No, I don't. You didn't know. They didn't know.
It started after that thing made him go unconscious. He hasn't been the same ever since he came back from that.
Right. Well, I'm going to, let's see. So Les, I'm gonna talk with Gato, and I'm gonna see if I can draw any. I'm just trying to look at my Palinishi powers here to see if there's anything that might be relevant that I can utilize to shield Gato from any influences that might be affecting him. That I don't know what else. What if possession or I don't know, out of body experiences or anything else he's having.
I feel like we need to be looking for an invisible on the ceiling cleric.
Yeah.
Come on, do I look like a guy who would go back to that well the fifth or sixth time already? Come on, how about? I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
Just out of curiosity, anybody read the Order of the Stick on Friday? The latest Order of the Stick. The bad guys are all colluding on what they're going to do to the good guys when they get there, and their giant Salamana goes, "What about the invisible guys on the ceiling?" and the paladin casts whatever greater dispel, and shows like, how do they always have that prepared? He goes, well, adventures at our level have that are flying and invisibility at an exceedingly common rate. So bad guys always seem to have that spell ready. They have to read it and do it more justice, but I thought of us.
Yeah.
Invisible on the ceiling. All right.
It's a smart look for a villain or a good guy.
Yeah.
Less knowledge arcana. Barlow's just going to try that, see if he can figure anything out. I didn't roll very good.
I don't have a very good knowledge. I'm going to do knowledge religion and see if there's anything. I have knowledge religion and good knowledge planes. Do you think these apply here, Les?
All right. So what kind?
None of them are looking at me right now.
Yeah, all of them are in the hall. So Bartos, what are you going in there to try and figure out? It goes the same for Flash.
I was just trying to know if there was anything magical that would explain somebody losing their personality and becoming somebody else. Because I've never heard of this.
Yeah,
I've seen
the
possible. There's some deep cuts in the. I don't know what a 15 is going to tell you, but between you and me, there's probably some deep cuts in the spell list somewhere that would cause problems for people.
I've seen Exorcist. I know what happens. One day, Linda Blair's just fine.
Does Gato look like he's going to attack Otto?
Right now, Otto kind of has his back to him right now, right?
No, he's got his back to the wall. You're on his left peripheral, and then the statue would be on his right peripheral.
Right. Okay. How much time does he spend looking at Gato?
It's back and forth. He's watching both.
So Gato's still a little nervous then.
Even though he's like laying down, and like.
If he's laying down, it's better.
Yeah, he took a
non-threatening pose, kind of.
Very non-threatening pose. He's keeping an eye on you, really for your own protection.
Yeah,
you might not know that.
When Otto does look over there, Gato does seem to be calming down more and more as long as Otto's in a non-threatening posture.
I'm going to tell everybody it's almost like Gato doesn't recognize Otto.
Maybe we need to ask Gato if he's seeing a leopard or if he is Gato. Maybe he's that other person again.
Where am I?
Yeah, ever since he's come back,
he's going there.
You're right here.
He's gone through stages where he's not himself.
So
really think whatever that thing was that.
We're out of initiative, right? I can just walk over here?
Yeah, you're not in initiative right now.
All right, I'm just going to walk over by Otto. Hey, Gato, how you feeling over here? I'll give Gato the knowing look like we're dealing with a crazy person, but then I'll give you the sympathetic one.
So when you come over and say, hey, wait, does Otto move closer?
No,
okay.
No, he just moved over.
Yeah.
I didn't hit the alt button first.
Jordan, I want his back to the wall.
So Flashheart first comes around the corner.
I don't know why
Otto becomes more aware of someone and holds the knife out. And you say, hey, Gato, what's going on? And again, the voice is a little off and everything on this. But my name's not Gato. Who are you?
I'm Paladin. My name is Flashheart. I'm Flashheart.
Now, what holy symbol do you have? Do you have your shield or something visible?
I represent Iomade. Well, I'm holding a.
No. I'm not.
Yes, my
character's not talking right now. My character's looking. What would my character see on you?
My shield has the symbol of Iomade on it.
Okay. So I say, you're a paladin of Iomade?
Yes, sir.
Are we safe?
What's that?
That was
Are
very
you what?
He's
Are we
frozen.
safe here?
Oh, there he is.
What is this safe thing you speak of?
Yeah, I saw Marathon. I saw Marathon.
Relative term.
You just start drilling holes in my teeth. Is it safe? It's not safe yet, but safety in numbers. The rest of the party is right here. Your friends are all here.
What friends?
I'm sorry.
Who calls
I'm
you?
sorry. Perhaps we have a mistaken identity here. Who are you again?
My name is Lenny.
Lenny, how did you come to be here?
I have no idea.
Was Lenny the same name that he gave us last time?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Does Lenny remember the previous Lenny? Him being here with the previous Lenny?
Yeah, because
Well,
We'll find that out.
You have
You busted up, dude.
you haven't asked Lenny if the only one.
They got John. They got Lenny.
They got Lee.
Their voice is distorting beyond recognition.
Your audio and your video keeps freezing.
Me.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
maybe try turning off your video. Maybe that'll help the audio.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Maybe we should come back as Gato. That'll probably fix the problem. And so, Lenny,
haven't you got Dan? Don?
I'm gonna kneel I'm gonna not kneel, but I'm gonna squat down in a less threatening pose. Like, hey, Lenny, how old are you?
18. You older than that.
I'm sorry.
Not much older, but old.
Just to make sure I wasn't dealing with a 4-year-old girl or something. I don't know what's going on here. Well, Lenny, I'm a Paladin Iomade. This here is our good friend Otto. He's a good kitty. He will keep us safe. And
The cat's not a threat?
not a threat to you at all. I do want to ask you, what's the last thing you remember before this, Lenny?
And I try to think back, and you see, look down on my hand and look at you, and I'm confused, and I kind of stand up taller. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? And I sound a lot more like myself.
All right. Well, you got a little case of multiple personality at the moment. So we're not sure what's going on, but please bear with the
What are
party.
you talking about? I put the dagger away. I draw out my grandfather's sword. I don't hold it threatening, but I have it out.
Sure. I'll look at Otto. So you want to explain it to him? Can I perceive anything? Like during the change, did I see anything that might be?
Give me a perception check.
That's what I was hoping you'd say.
You got a cure disease, Matt, maybe?
Both
are to you.
Do we have any bonuses right now? Otherwise, I think we're all out of that. So I'm just doing my 17.
21. All right. So when you stepped over there and started talking to Gato almost looked like a physically different person. It was like he'd scrunched down a little bit, so he almost looked shorter. His face had taken on a more feminine cast, if that's
And my voice sounds more feminine also.
his voice sounded more feminine, higher pitched, almost squeaky even. When you came here and got him calmed down, it was almost as if, you could see him sort of like stand up straighter. He immediately, his face sort of sagged into a more the masculine visage that when he goes, "What are you talking about?" His voice was deeper, and it just, honestly, that his eyes just looked like Gato. He just looked like Gato.
You've never experienced this before, like this last hour, though, right? Leslie's never had multiple personalities before?
Yeah, we have.
No, before, like the last hour.
Well, other than last time. No.
Yeah.
Which was like an hour.
Yeah, no, you've never seen him act this way before.
I'm gonna say, God, did you remember grabbing or touching anything or quaff anything that might be different than what we normally do over the last couple hours? I know you went through fire and a bunch of other stuff, but that was all pretty much standard party fare, as I recall. But is there anything else that stands out as something?
I can't think of anything else that would stand out.
No cursed monkey paw or drink this.
Oh yeah, I've got this monkey paw we carried around.
I got 3 of those.
Slipped into it. We've gone from E. Gary Gygax to Nathaniel Hawthorne.
Yeah.
No, I do seem kind of hazy a couple of times, though. I don't know. There do seem to be some lapses in my memory.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Because you don't really remember, because frankly, Gatto, you don't really remember coming into this room.
I have no idea how I got up on this platform or anything, right?
Yeah.
Sounds like he's been given a disease. Like he's been cursed or diseased to where he's got this split personality somehow.
Yeah, that seems too specific. Personality disease.
Yeah.
I sent you a note.
Okay.
I can see if he hasn't picked up an artifact or something that might be impacting him. Maybe there's something else here. Just out of curiosity, do we know anything about the banner beyond the fact that it's the banner of the Sword of Justice or whatever?
Hopefully it's close.
Do we know? I'm just asking. Do we know if it's like a smart? What do they call it? A talking weapon? What do they call those? Intelligent.
Like
weapon?
an intelligent thing? No. What you know about the banner? Hold on. Let me go to. So you do know a couple of things. One, it's supposed to have been a banner carried by Iomade herself into battle during the Shining Crusade.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly, any army that carries the banner in front of them or within them cannot be defeated by demons. It's also a symbol of the strength and power of Iomade, you would think it would be almost like a giant holy symbol. Almost. You don't know exactly what it would do. I mean, these are all like legends and stuff like that. But it is a big red banner with the symbol of Iomade, the sword and the starburst on it. It's large.
Okay. So hey, Gatto, so I have at 6th level I did take the Cure Disease Mercy. I don't think that's what's going on here, but you mind if we try to just access or remove disease using my paladin level, caster level.
Not sure what you're talking about, but yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, okay. Well, I understand that Gatto doesn't, but you know what I'm talking about. All right, so caster level, so I'm going to be a level 6, right? If you see the level of disease affecting the target. Are we 6 or 7 now? What are we at? We're still 6, are we, Les?
6, I believe, yeah.
Okay.
I'd have to look, but I think 6. I think everybody's pretty much 6, except for Gatto. Who's good.
Let's call it.
Are we?
Yeah,
We're
Gatto's 5th. Everyone else is 6th.
After everything we killed, let's call it 9. Let's just round that number, up to 9 or 10.
I can't just hand out levels like they're Tic Tacs.
Oh, you can.
Right.
Why not?
Even I am not above the policy.
All right, so I'm casting Cure Disease at my level, so I have to make a caster level check, 1d20 plus caster level. So I'm about to against the DC of each disease. So I guess you decide what the imaginary DC is for this probably
Okay.
disease, and then I'm going to try to cast against it.
All right.
Here we go.
What'd you roll? A 2.
That was a failure.
Gatto's is like I feel great. I don't know what you just did, but I mean,
How you feeling?
like, I don't know, Gatto, how you feeling?
Feel same. Feel fine.
I think my work here is done.
Another huge victory for Iomade.
Yeah. My mailed glove up to the sky for Iomade. Like Mark McGuire, in the old days. Throw the finger to the sky.
Very nice. Very nice.
All right. So
Yeah, he doesn't look changed in that as far as you could tell.
I'm gonna send in Bardos right now, and I'll just be over here whittling or something.
Okay.
What chamber are we in, Les?
So it's, well,
Can you describe it?
Yeah, absolutely, I can.
Like the Well of Souls or something here?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, it's a pleasant place.
So, wait, that's not right. Here we go. All right. So basically, there's a 5-foot ledge that runs around the length of what you're looking at is a circular pit. A second elevated ledge, which is where Gatto is standing sort of on now, stands above the first ledge, and there's a short series of steps that kind of go up it, but it stops over here. But there's like a ledge. So there's a sort of a pathway around a pit, and then there's a ledge above it that kind of goes part of the way around that you can stand up. In the pit itself, you can see what looks to be the bust of a large 6-armed woman with a serpentine body that's sort of coming out. And it's like from here up, like a bust. And her arms each have a different kind of weapon. She has 6 arms, and each one has a different kind of strange-looking weapon. If somebody wants to give me a knowledge planes or knowledge demons or something like that on the statue, I can give you that. The pit goes about 10 feet down and looks to be there's just like flat in the bottom. And the statue, the bust sort of sits on top of it. Is that what, knowledge?
Planes.
Planes? Your guess is, at least based on what this looks like, is it looks like a type of demon called a Merilith, which is, Lothar, you may have heard of a Merilith, but you wouldn't know what they look like. Bartos, you've heard of them. You think that this is a Merilith. You recall them being described as 6-armed. And largely snake-like otherwise. They are often confused with Naga, except for the multiple arms. This could be a Merilith.
But it's a statue.
Yeah, it's a statue. It's not even a full statue. It's like a bust of a statue.
How deep is this pit?
About 10 feet, it looks like.
Does it have any algae growth on it, or is it just all dry and clean and...
Looks completely there's nothing else in there that you can see except for this statue bust, this giant bust, and just a dark floor.
Gatto, you want to search for secret doors in this room?
Yeah. I'll start with just this whole...
It's like strange why there'd be a path around that pit like that.
Looks like maybe a sacrifice chamber.
I don't know. There doesn't seem to be any. I mean, there's no like bones or anything in the pit.
No stains.
No stains. Yeah, no like pools of blood. That kind of stuff. Nothing like that.
No openings in the back door.
There is another set of double doors around the other side of the pit, but you have to go around to get them.
Storm staying on the ledge below Gatto as he goes
All
around.
right, hold on. Gatto?
Yep.
Go back to here.
And like I said, Storm staying on the ledge below him as he goes along.
Thank you. So Storm staying on the ledge below. All right, so first thing is, so Gatto, you're kind of going around and you're checking for secret doors. You don't find any along the back wall in this area here. So you kind of go up the stairs and you're on that ledge. And that ledge is about 5 feet up from where, and Storm's sort of like below you and to the rear a little bit. When suddenly, as you pass by this area right here, you feel this enormous push of this disembodied push towards the pit. I need to make a bull rush check against your CMB. So what's your CMB? Or CMD, I'm sorry.
CMD is 21.
21. Ooh, 24. So you essentially get bull rushed, and it pushes you 10 feet. You fall off of here and then are pushed into the pit. So who's by the pit? So I see Flashheart, I see Ilindar, I see Storm, maybe Bartos. You guys got all three look in the pit?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So each of you give me a perception check. right, 22 for Storm, 17 for Ilindar, 16 Bardos. And what about you, Flash? Flash out, you're scaring me.
Seems like Gatto should get a plus 20.
We'll get to you in a minute, Gato. Flashheart. All right. While Flashheart rolls a perception check, the rest of you are kind of like distracted. You don't necessarily see until it happens. But Storm has a bird's eye view. She sees Gato just come flying off that ledge and sort of tumbling down into the pit. She looks over. He's not there.
That's what I was worried about. This thing got a lot of illusions going on, I think.
Don, hold on a second. I'm going to send you a message. I have to do something real quick. Hold on a second.
This is going to be like the night of private messages for you, Don, I'm afraid.
I think so.
Feel free to, send those out.
Okay. Okay.
That's what mine.
Did he just like disappear, or did he evaporate?
It looked like he just passed to Storm. It looked like he just passed through the floor and disappeared.
Okay. He actually fell 10 feet and then disappeared?
Yeah.
And this bust of the statue, does it start at what appears to be the floor?
Hold on 1 second.
Which will tell us how much deeper it is.
All right. Don, did you get that message?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, great.
All right. Jennifer, you had a question.
Bust of the statue starts at the 10-foot, at what appears to be the floor.
Yeah, it looks like it's just sitting on this sort of floor.
So if Don was really to have fallen through a fake floor, an illusionary floor, we could maybe infer that it'd be another 20 foot based on a 10-foot high bust.
Give me a perception check, I guess.
Okay, hang on.
I was wavering between perception and appraise, but I think perception is probably the right thing here.
I'm not little. Oh my God.
It's still pretty good. You suspect that based on if this bust is just what you can see of a much larger statue, that statue could be as much as 40 feet tall. What do you guys do? He's gone. He just disappeared down in that hole.
Okay. So with Storm's perception, does it look like he got pushed?
Storm just saw. Yeah, I mean, it looked like he just got rammed off of there.
And she doesn't see anything up there, right?
Storm, he went flying off of that thing. She doesn't see anything up there.
So an aggressive action, invisible, doesn't. Okay.
Do we have any detective visibility here?
Yeah. I'm gonna call Storm to me.
To me.
And cast a spell, see invisibility on her.
Okay. And then have her look around?
Yep.
Okay. She does not see any. Wait a second. What's the range on that?
60 feet. I think it's just vision, which her vision is 60 feet of the dark. It's,
Okay. So, yeah, she does not see any invisible creatures.
Okay.
Did we hear anything? Like
other than Gato yelling out, "Whoa!" As it was almost like
once he disappeared, is he still yelling? And did we hear a oof?
I don't know. Gatto, did they hear you go oof?
I don't know if they heard me go. I was. So when I got pushed, I fell into the pit. I was screaming all the way down. I did.
The suspense is killing me.
I know we're getting like
screaming again
pieces of your audio.
You need to go reboot your charter, dude.
I might need to reboot my charter. Yeah, let me go ahead and do that.
Okay, be quick. In the meantime, let's do a quick initiative roll.
For everybody, I had to step away from the computer for 1 second. How did Gatto get pushed? We didn't see what pushed him.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Storm's coming over. Elendar's gonna tell the people who are there what just happened.
Okay.
Anybody who's still looking around or doesn't know.
All right. So what do you tell them?
I tell them it looks like Gatto just got pushed off that ledge, but Storm doesn't see anything. But he's down below the floor. I think that's a fake floor.
You roll your initiative.
Is that Farina or Bardos?
Farina.
Okay.
And there's Bardos.
Ah.
I think I hear kobolds in the background somewhere.
So he said he was like yelling. Did we hear it, Les, as he went down?
Oh yeah, he you heard him just kind of like, and Storm would have seen a lot of this. Basically, she was below him and sort of behind him, so he's walking along this ledge, right? And she's kind of walking along with him. And
well, she was there guarding him, so yeah, she definitely see it.
He just is like, boom. It's almost like a battering ram hit him, and it just like bounced him, and he flew over the ledge and into.
Yeah, the question is more about like at what point did we stop hearing him and stop seeing him? Like, did we stop seeing him, but we could still hear him?
Storm says that you could still hear him. He's out. You could hear him like oh, and you heard him screaming like ah, and it would not long, but after he had disappeared. So Storm says that he kind of catapulted off the ledge down into the pit. He went to what looks to be the bottom of the pit and went and gone.
So, Les, I've got a rope in my bag, but I did not put what length it is. Will you roll like a 1d4 or 1d4?
I imagine it's a standard 50-footer.
That's
All
pretty
right,
standard.
well, I'm going to go over to the ledge and throw the rope down then and see what happens.
Okay, so you throw a rope down to the ledge. Where are you standing?
Oh, by Storm, like right by Storm.
Right at the bottom of those steps. Okay, so you throw a rope down there.
Yeah.
This is possibly the ethereal creature that we were warned was down here.
Right. That's why I was going the invisibility, but
Hey, Les.
Does it work on ethereal?
I think I speak for the group and I say I'm disappointed you didn't have the Wilhelm scream handy to use at this point.
I don't know that I do. I probably have it somewhere.
Is it supposed to be a shadow creature down here?
So what? So what you guys were told is that it's a shadow demon called Eustoriax.
Okay. How bright is it in here?
Regular brightness. There's got it.
There's the Wilhelm.
So basically it's a 30-foot shadow, 30-foot radius shadow then? If it's irradiating, if it's covering 30 foot of the 40-foot tall statue?
Yeah, I mean, it's not shadow. It looks like a floor.
It looks like a floor?
It looks like a black stone floor.
Or okay.
Or something else.
If no one else is doing anything, once Storm looks around, doesn't see anything, she's going to jump off the ledge and just glide with her wings straight down.
Okay.
So if she lands on the floor, great. If she goes past it, then she'll keep going past it.
Okay. All right. So before we get to her, though, she goes on your turn.
Yep.
When is your turn? What did you roll? What did you roll for initiative?
I did not roll initiative. Sorry.
Oh, God.
What are you, a rookie?
Pretty much.
All right. Before Storm gets a chance to go, Bardos and Fletcher both get a chance.
Okay.
So what are you guys going?
Do I sound better now?
Yeah.
So far.
So far.
Yeah, so far, okay.
All right. So Bardos and Fletcher, you guys go first. Don, I need an initiative roll from you when you get a moment. However,
That's okay.
screaming in agony is a free action.
So we don't have a target. We don't know about a bad guy. We just know from back here there's a hubbub going on. I would come into the room and most likely stand towards the front. So I'll come here.
Okay, so you're going to pass by those guys and look at this thing like, where is everybody? What's going on?
Good. Yeah.
Bardos is going to suggest the communal spider climb might be a good idea at this point. If anybody wants that.
Ooh, I'll take it.
Me too.
I'll take it.
How many people can you give it to?
I can give it to it's just 60 minutes split up by whoever I give it to. So if we do everybody, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Storm doesn't need it.
So 6.
10 minutes apiece?
10 minutes apiece, yeah. Well,
Okay.
I'd like it.
Actually, it is 7 with me. Les, I'd want to do me too.
Okay, so let's say 8 minutes,
8 minutes,
80
yeah.
rounds, we'll say. What about Otto?
Yeah, I'll do him too.
Okay. I'd kind of like to see a panther with spider climb. I bet they would love that shit.
I love it.
Yeah.
That sounds like a spell we should buy.
Can you imagine casting? How about Lothar? Lothar, are you getting that as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody but the toilet.
Toilet guy? Oh,
The-
toilet guy.
the captive, yeah.
Don, speaking as free action. So Don, give me a perception check when you have a moment. All right, so Bardos, you cast spider climb on everybody. Fletcher, you come forward and you get spider climbed, and then you sort of move over to the thing, and you're like, "What's happening? What's happening?" And Farina's, I'm assuming, tells you that dumbass Gatto got pushed into this thing, and now it's disappeared.
Probably exactly what she said.
All right, now Ilindar.
Okay. Like I said, Storm's just stepping off and then gliding down.
Okay, give me a will save.
Get me out of here.
You hear at the bottom? Do you yell that up, Gatto?
Yes.
Get me out of here!
Working on it. She might have got it.
Yeah, that would do it. So as Ilindar sort of glides down, her wings outstretched, she goes to put her feet on that stone floor, and she finds that her feet pass directly through it. And the stone floor for her disappears. And underneath, she sees a couple of things. Give me a quick perception check, because it's pretty dark down in there. Great.
She's got dark vision, but
There's
You're okay then.
Yeah, it's probably good. All right. So one thing you see is over in the area where he got dumped in. She sees Gata sort of in the bottom there, and I'm going to go ahead and bring him up so that she can see him. Can you see him now?
Mm-hmm.
She's over there, but you also see that he's sitting in something.
okay.
It looks greenish. It looks slimy, and he's covered with it. And you can see Gatto kind of going like this, trying to get it off of him.
Okay. Well, she can.
But it fills almost the entirety of the bottom.
She can fly 60 feet with one action,
Okay.
so she can easily get to him. She's going to try and grab at him and try and pull him up out of there.
She's going to try and grab him. Okay. So that is like a grapple check?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, but she'll get a bonus because if I see her coming, I'll reach out for her. She's done this for me before.
Okay.
So I guess just her CMB roll.
Uh-huh.
She's not dissolving in like green slime or something.
19. All right. So she reaches down and grabs onto him and then begins flying upward. She won't be able to get out of it right away. But she's pulling him out, and there's a lot. I mean, he fell in it, so I mean, this green stuff is all over him, and he's like swatting at it off, and you can see that there is. Do you wear metal armor, Gatto? or leather armor?
I believe it's leather. I'm going to double check here.
It's leather. What you can see is there's like a little bit of charring, or what looks to be charring, on the leather of his armor.
She's gonna transmit that to Illendar, and then Illendar's gonna call out, there's a pit and there's something on the bottom of it. No one can go down there.
What do you guys say? No, I'm going down there anyway. You're not the boss of me. All right, so that's Illendar, Lothar, and Farina. What do you guys do?
Well, I was going to throw a rope, but I saw Storm heading down there. And I guess
You saw Storm touch that floor and then sort of disappear. It looked like he went right through it.
I'll just ask Illendar, is he going down to get him? You're muted, Mike.
Sorry, what?
Are you sending Storm down to get him, to rescue him?
Yes.
I'll put my rope back in my bag.
So you roll it up. So you pull that rope up, and when you get to the last probably 3 or 4 feet of that rope, it's all unraveled, and there's like smoke coming off of it, and there's a big glob of this like green shit on it.
Is it green slime?
Seems to be sort of like crawling up it.
Crawling up it?
Yeah, it's like devouring it almost. It's eating the rope.
It's a gelatinous ooze or whatever.
I'm going to let everybody see it, and then I'm going to hack off that chunk of rope, and now I have a 46-foot rope.
Yeah.
So what do you do with the chunk?
I toss it back in there.
Toss it back in. Okay.
Never mind.
It disappears when it hits the floor.
Subject it to fire and see if it burns.
Oh, sorry. Hit it with a fireball.
All right, Farina, are you doing anything else? You moving or anything?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Lothar. So you're just kind of showing up into this room. Bardos is right there, and you see Farina rolling up a rope, and she's like, "Whoa, what the heck is this?" And you see her pull out her scimitar. What kind of? You use a scimitar, right?
I do.
And she just like chops a big hunk of that rope and kicks it back off into this big pit.
Yeah, I'm just moving around here. I'm going to put whatever you want, the guy on the toilet in the corner.
Okay.
And I'll move up here beside Bardos, and I mean, since I've heard everything everyone said, I know what's going on, but I'll get the information from Bardos.
Okay. All right. Now, Gatto and Flashheart. Gatto, you are holding on for dear life to Storm's feet, like claws. What do you do?
When I come up, I'm still holding on. I'm yelling for someone. Can you guys drench me with water? I've seen you guys do this before. Just douse me with water over and over again until I get this stuff off me. I got to get this stuff off me.
I have water. I start dousing him with water.
Yeah.
Well, he's not up yet.
Can't we crack water?
Not until Illendar's next turn. He's still. You guys can't see him, but you can hear him. He's like, "I need water, water." Okay, so that's what you do. Other than that, Gatto, you do anything else?
Not this turn. Next turn.
Okay, Flashheart, you hear all this. You saw that thing at the end of Farina's rope.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Do I have knowledge Arcana and knowledge planes? Because I would think this is some sort of green slime or gelatinous.
This would more like be a knowledge nature kind of thing. Does anybody have that?
Please,
You have that?
1 second.
I have some.
Knowledge nature?
Not that good.
I have exactly 0 knowledge nature.
Okay.
Yeah, we
I
both
all the
do.
knowledge.
What is yours?
5. Oh, you got a good one.
That's Bardos.
I'm not going to beat that.
That's Karina. So Bardos has 9 knowledge nature.
So Bardos, you suspect after seeing this thing that Farina cut loose back into the pit, you think it is actually green slime, which is very dangerous stuff. It'll eat nearly anything. It'll even destroy metal eventually.
And it's sentient too, as I recall. Like it can move around and
it can move. It's semi-sentient, I would say. I don't know that it's going to be doing any math problems, but
Is it acidic?
yeah, it is kind of acidic. Yeah, it basically dissolves and devours things.
It's the dungeon.
Any organic matter.
This is what you keep in.
Stone does not count.
This is your dungeon janitor right here.
Yeah, it will devour anything. When it eats a lot of organic matter, it tends to grow. But it can destroy even metal. It'll even dissolve metal over time.
I don't think I've actually seen a green slime since the B series of modules.
Yeah.
I think there's one in like the V5 or whatever. All right. Well, if there's anything left of Gatto, hopefully we'll be able to save him.
You can't see him.
As a free action, I'm asking somebody who identified this thing. What destroys it? I want to say fire, but I hope we don't deal with this thing otherwise.
I would need another knowledge nature by somebody on that one.
I don't have. Maybe you want to knowledge nature? Oh, look at that! Boom.
Bartos, is that you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Bartos is going
18 and a
to
20. All right, so
He knows.
Bartos knows from green slime. So he would say that it will dissolve anything organic, but it also is vulnerable to a lot of things. Anything that deals cold or fire damage, bright light, even a remove disease spell will hurt it. Weapons, however, are not able. I mean, it just cuts it into little pieces, and each piece is just as dangerous as the larger whole. This is a whole giant pit of it.
Yeah, I will bring out radiance and put it to maximum glow. Hopefully, keep it off us here. I guess I'm going to skirt the pit a little bit over here.
It's like 20.
But the question is, how did Gatto fall into this sucker?
You don't know. All Storm can tell you is that he got bounced off of that ledge, like he got hit hard.
What's the diameter on this pit?
That's a good question.
Like 50 across, right? Are those 10-foot squares?
These are 5s.
Maybe 5 foot, so 5, 10, 25.
About 35 feet.
35 feet.
36 feet.
That's a big green slime.
That is, and it covers the entire bottom. You're not sure how deep it is, but it is beginning to sort. I mean, well, you can't see. You still can't see anything but the stone floor.
As an aside, my favorite B movie of the 50s was Green Slime. You ever see that movie?
No.
The green Slimes from Outer Space.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Blob, because it's kind of like.
The Blob was great. The Blob was great. All the Blobs are great. Yeah. This is a derivative of the Blob, but in black and white.
Nice. All right, so you've got radiance out. You've got it cranked up light-wise, and you're sort of moving across the same ledge that Gatto got pushed off of.
Right. I'm looking. I guess I'll be looking for traps to see if there's some sort of.
Illandar will call out, "Don't go too far. We still don't know what pushed him off."
All right, I'll do that. I'll stay right now. Let's try to look ahead and see if I'm on the path of the Pentient Man from the Last Crusade or something else.
Okay, so you're gonna. So that's as far as you're gonna go, or are you gonna go further?
Why
I think you should try running all the way around.
I think I'll stand right here for now until more of the party's in the room and we can decide what we're gonna do with this.
All right. Back to the top. Bartos and Fletcher.
Anyone explain that the floor is an illusion, Les?
I don't know.
Did anybody that knows?
Illandar said that when he said what was going on. He said he fell through a fake floor.
And then I'm going to ask, is Don up yet?
No, he's not.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hold on real quick. Let me do this. Okay. With Don. Did you get my message, Don?
Looking for it. I don't want to.
But you must.
I'll pay the rent.
Okay. Hold on. I got to do this surreptitiously because nobody knows what's going on.
And we're rested, right?
Ooh, dang. All right, hold on.
How do you do this? How do you change these numbers over here? You just type them in?
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
That's cool.
Not what it's actually made for. I just use that. Oh yeah, that's yeah.
You get that?
Yep.
Does the party hear anything?
A couple of things.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and do this here first. So I've been yelling about, washing me off, getting this off me. Somebody help me get this off me. As I'm screaming, my voice once again changes.
No.
Mike?
Yep.
So I'm no longer
Cooperative.
being a cooperative passenger. I'm struggling right now.
You need to reaffirm the grapple on your turn.
An opposing strength check.
Pardon? Yeah.
No. It's just he's technically Gato is grappled because he basically waived it and allowed.
I'm already grappled, so I get a bonus.
He's already grappled. You would get a bonus, but you will have to reaffirm that grapple because now he's actively struggling against Storm.
Shit.
It wasn't your turn.
Good. It's not my turn. I'll wait.
We'll save that roll though.
Nope.
Come on. All right. All right. So that's that. Don, you got that. You got that message from me.
Yes.
You hear also. You start to hear some a higher pitch, kind of I don't know, yelling, screaming in pain.
The sissies.
Get it off me! Get it off me!
Get it off me! Get it off me! Bardos and Fletcher, you guys are up. You guys can hear this. You can't see it, although you can. I mean, you can hear it pretty clearly. What sounds like Gato,
Dying.
In pain.
Gato impersonating woman.
Yes.
Gatina.
Gatina.
Lenny.
All right, so I would have heard the party yell at Flashheart not to go too far, but I'm going to go back onto this ledge and come to the same distance as Flashheart.
On the below ledge.
Yes.
You can use your Alt key to sort of make sure you're right in between there. Otherwise, it's going to try and like it's done. It's what the fuck is it talking about?
There we go.
Snap to the grid. That's what it is. There you go. Perfect. All right. So you're down there and you're just sort of you're keeping an eye on Flashheart and sort of walking along the same ground.
Absolutely. Forming a front line.
Where is Storm?
He's
under the floor right now.
Okay. Hold on a sec.
I lost Storm whenever you put the green stuff
I
up.
put the green
Storm,
stuff.
yeah, Storm and Gato are still technically
Oh, that's fine.
at
I
or
don't
just
think
below
see
the
Storm's
floor level.
icon. I think the icon is below the green. There we go.
There.
There we go. So Storm, I figure you're over here dragging him up.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So Fletcher, you move there. Bardos, what are you doing? You can't see them either, although you definitely can hear Gato losing his shit.
I'm going to reserve less until I can see Storm and Gato or Storm come up.
Okay. Ilindar, your turn. So Storm, at this point, you have now reaffirmed the grapple. Before you do, what's your CMD, Don? Gato's CMD.
It was 21, I think, or 20.
21. Okay. And you get a +5 in addition to your normal CMB because you already have him grappled. Oh, 16.
Plus 5 is 16 plus 5 is 21.
I thought you already added the thing.
No. I'm just getting horribly crap rolls.
Okay. You are you still have a hold
I still hit the 21, so.
But he's wiggling and woggling, and you can see now Storm rises above, kind of like you can see Storm kind of come flying up through the floor, and he's got Gato in hand. But you see Gato is just like shaking in his thing, like it looks in pain, and there seems to be some sort of whitish smoke. Well, not really smoke. Something's definitely on him. Some sort of.
He
looks wet.
She's gonna fly him right here and drop him.
Okay. All right. Plop. What about you, Ilindar?
I'm kind of shaking my head and just saying not again.
Okay.
As a free action, Les, can I ask Bardos a question?
Sure.
Because Bardos is the all-knowing on the green slime. Does water really affect this stuff like Gato thought it would? Can he answer that with his 20-year-old?
It does, yeah, he can answer that, and he answers that no, water really doesn't have any effect on it. And here's the fun part. Gato just brought up a fairly large wad of this green slime with him. That's on him.
Is Gato covered like head to toe?
No, it's more like he landed in it. So it's mostly on his back and, some on his arms and elbows. Because when he landed in it. So he landed backwards kind of like this with his hands up. There's probably some on his forearms and stuff like that as he tried to get up, because he would have gotten immediately up after landing in this material. But it's like mostly on his back and his shoulders and his neck.
So Farina's going to say out loud, Gato, you're not going to like this, but somebody needs to roll him over on his stomach where I can see this stuff.
He's not Gato now, though.
I don't know that.
Flash, can you do resist disease more than once or cure disease? Matt, are you there still?
Sorry, yeah, me? I'm here.
Yeah, can you do that cure disease thing more than once?
Yep. Yes, I can do it.
Okay, well, Bartos will yell out to Flashheart to try the cure disease on him again, maybe.
Okay. So I'm going to try hopefully a better version of cure disease this time.
Does that require you to touch him?
Don't touch the goopy part.
Yeah, remove disease. Let's see. It's creature touched, so yes.
Oh boy! All right, so you're gonna have to be careful about that. Gato, this stuff is it's eating your flesh and devouring your clothing and stuff like that. It hurts like a mother. It's literally just dissolving your skin.
So that little green, so that girlish voice you heard before coming out of me is coming out right now, screaming, and I'm just trying to scrape it off as much as I can, and I'm yelling, "Get it off! Get it off! Get it off!"
But it's like plastic. He tries to wipe it off, and it gets on his hand. And he tries to wipe it off his hand, it gets on his other hand, and then he's like, "Oh, it won't get off!" It's getting all over the place. He's twitching and flopping around like a crazy person.
All right, I'm going to try to remove disease.
Is he before? Are you before me, Flashheart, in the initiative?
Oh, Flashheart. Okay, so you reach down and you're trying to find a place where you just like, oh, I'm just going to grab him. And you put your hand, he zigs when he should have zagged, and you put your hand right into a blob of this stuff, which immediately is like, covers your hand. But then you do cure disease, and the blob falls off of your hand. It falls to the ground. And your hand is in contact with him, and you can see the other blobs of the green slime just sort of like falling off of him onto the floor. And they're just sort of sitting there, sort of like, twitching a little bit and wiggling. But, it looks like all of the slime that was on him has sort of like sloughed off. It's also taken some of his skin with it too. So so his clothes are in patches, kind of like burned off. You can see on his back, there's a couple of big patches that are sort of like open sores now. On his left arm is pretty much, looks like a lot of the skin has been removed. He's still in a great deal of pain.
So considering
let me know when it's my turn.
Medic.
Did I say that again?
Less, or is it
dead? Let me know when it's my turn.
Okay.
Is the slime dying, dead, disintegrating, alive?
It's the stuff that was on Gato it's not moving anymore, and it seems to have turned like a brownish color. You think it might be dead. It's not on him anymore. It sort of fell off of him after Flashheart did that. And Flashheart, you had the stuff on your hand, and it was just beginning to sting when the cure disease went through, and then it just kind of popped off of your hand onto the floor and turned this sort of like weird brownish color. It's not moving anymore either.
Do you have those unlimited, Flashheart?
Say again. I couldn't hear you.
Is your cure disease unlimited?
No, I think each episode of my lay on hand is. Wait a second. Let me.
That's a mercy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you did that, you also healed, right?
Yeah. Yes.
It's a lay on hands, so you heal and it does that. So how much did you heal?
So
Just go ahead and roll a heal on
yeah,
hands. Healing.
Yeah, whatever your lay on hands is.
Yeah, I just do it
3d6.
every 2 levels, 3d6. Yeah. So one second, I just had to double check because I do it so infrequently. We have enough healers in the party that I haven't had a d6. 1, 2, 3. Sorry,
6
that was
points
really
back.
good.
All right, so some of that skin sloughed off, that has coagulated, and it looks like, at least some of it is re-knit. But it's some pretty brutal looking patches, and it doesn't look like it's moderated the pain a lot. I mean, Gatto is stopping screaming, he's slowing down, but and it's not bleeding all over the place, but it still looks pretty rank.
So what do you got in the next room? That's a rust monster? Maybe a bugbear? You know old school here?
The kobolds?
Yeah.
No, I'm going Thieffolio next time. You guys are going to be facing off a whole tribe of smarts.
Remember from basic first edition, they had the giant spider that made you dance to yourself to death, the Tarantella or whatever?
Oh, yeah, the Tarantella. I would love that one.
Yeah.
All right, so you got Gatto back. I mean, he's got some pretty big patches. There's a lot of his clothing and armor is kind of like burnt away a little bit, or it looks even less burnt, but like digested away a little bit. It seems like maybe serviceable, and frankly, I don't know that you'd have another set of leather armors down here.
Was his leather magic?
I don't know.
Gatto didn't you have some magic resistance on that, or no?
On the leather?
Yeah.
It's magical leather, but it's still a little damaged. I mean, it would look a little damaged.
It's a little beat up.
Yeah, okay.
Still seems serviceable though.
All right.
So what do you guys do? Now you look back down. You look back down in that pit, and except for Storm, Storm is the only one that can see all the way to the bottom.
Okay,
Storm,
so we're out of initiative right now, then, right?
Sure, we can be. Well, Bardos had sort of waited his turn because he wanted to do something after Flash.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast web on the whole opening just to try to seal it so that doesn't happen to anybody else. That's all I got.
You're gonna cast a web like in the pit.
Well, yeah, across the opening.
Stretched across it like a safety net.
Yeah.
I get you. All right, that's an excellent idea.
Just a thought. I believe Les said the banner can only be destroyed by Ioma Day, so I guess you could hide a banner on the bottom of a giant pit of green slime. But I don't know how we get to it. How we get rid of this damn slime.
Yeah, it should cover the whole thing. Unless I'm going to use the walls of the underneath to anchor it.
Okay. So almost like a dome.
Well, no, I mean it's a web.
It's a net.
Got to be anchored.
It's gonna look like a trampoline.
Yeah, he's going to put it about maybe a foot below the walkway. That way it just goes
Right.
seals the hole.
It's
Right.
Spider-Man's trampoline move there.
Do we need to get rid of the green slime, or can we just walk away from this?
That's a question.
I said we get out of here.
Yeah,
What did Storm see at the bottom of it? Did he see anything?
Just a bunch of that stuff.
Yeah. So
There's
Storm.
kind of double doors over on the other side there.
yeah,
Storm-
that's the ones that were aggressively pushed Gatto out of the way. There's something over there.
Well, so Gatto landed about here in there. So it was something on the ledge pushed him. So he landed about here, but it pushed him off the ledge.
Hey, let's ask him. Oh, wait, we can't.
How convenient.
Well, I mean, you can try.
Fletcher, try the second layer. See if you can get through without getting pushed.
Okie dokie. I like that plan.
Run fast, duck.
Yeah.
We'll do exactly that, Les.
All right. So tell me exactly what you're going to do.
Are you
I'm going to
lower
follow
level?
this path. I'm not
You're
doing
lower level, right?
Follow the lower ledge.
Yes.
Okay. And you're going to
Do
run
the double
around in
door.
a circle.
Hey, Flash Art.
And you're going to run until you
Yes, sir.
get to the other door.
I'm going to move quickly, but I still want to be able to do acrobatics if I get pushed.
All right. Stop here.
Okay.
Yes, my child. What
Push
can I
back.
do for
Yeah,
you?
just got all right.
So Gatto is literally on his knees. He has his arms around your waist, and he's just weeping.
Thank
right.
you. Thank you.
Okay, he's back to normal.
He's back to normal.
When he does say thank you, it is in that female voice.
Hey, Flashheart is not that kind of priest.
No,
We don't know.
I'm a good priest.
He's got a. Nobody knows really where he came from.
I just know that he's incorrect. All right.
All right. So Fletcher, as you run by that spot where you're at right now, and you're headed for the thing, you think just about the time where you think, "Hey, I think I've gotten away with this." Boom! You get hit, or no, you don't get hit.
Something falls in the net.
Well, you're like sort of moving quickly by, but you could feel something just goes boom behind you as you sort of, and you could feel like the breeze kind of go by. You're like, what was that? You don't see anything, and you look down in the pit. There's nothing there except webs. Now you can see a bunch of webs, but beyond that, you do not. You didn't get hit by anything.
I tell the rest of the party everything you just told me, but continue on to the door.
Okay.
I say we
Spider
climb along this wall.
Yeah, let's try that.
There.
All right.
What about the guy in the toilet?
Yeah, what about the guy in the toilet? What about Idris?
We bounce him just right. He'll bounce off the web and land on the other side.
I was thinking more along the lines of have Storm fly him over.
Oh, wow. There's a good idea.
Practical again.
Jeez, way to think ahead.
You know what? These webs last for a long time. You can just stuck him in the web. He's stuck there. He's not going anywhere.
And then tell him not to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Don't leave town.
Don't leave town. I mean, it's a bit rough, but certainly practical.
Hey, Les.
Yeah.
You know, as a paladin at my level, I'm immune to disease. What is it possible that I'm not impacted by this thing at all? It would still eat my armor, but would it not hurt me?
Don't know. You can jump down there and find out.
Yeah.
I mean, don't jump down there. That's crazy. You just slide the shitty down Farina's rope.
Yeah, all 46 feet of it. Right? I don't want to do that. I'm gonna spider climb across with everybody else here while we have that ability.
Okay, so you guys are all going to spider climb across this wall.
Okay, he has to do that with me on him.
Oh yeah, I'll hold Gatto too while I'm doing it.
At least you finally trust somebody in the party.
Oh, I'm sticking with Flashheart.
Come with me, little girl.
My hero.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you guys gonna do with First to Die?
With who? Oh, for the other guy.
Do you want to go across, or does he want to stay here?
Yeah, what does he want to do?
Yeah, what does he want to do?
He wants to come across.
I would guess he wants
here.
to. He wants to. He doesn't want to stay here. That's for sure. But he's a bit trepidatious about hunting a shadow demon.
Or we?
Tell him we do it all the time.
It's just or Tuesday, as we like to call it.
This is our third one this week.
Could be worse. He could be me right now.
Yeah.
Good point. All right, so everybody's gonna go move over there.
Which one are we
We
speaking
don't
of?
all fit, but yeah.
I think at some point, at least half the party has to go through the doors to make room.
And Lenny's still open doors, or is she?
Hey, can you move that thing? I can't get to Storm.
Oh, sorry.
And are you going to have Storm carry potty guy?
Yes. Yeah, Storm can carry whoever wants to go over that doesn't have a spider climb.
Storm carry potty guy.
Okay, Storm's got potty guy.
You want to put him like right up here?
He prefers Tidy Bowl Man.
Okay.
And I'm crawling across, but there's not room over there, so I'm going to stop on the wall
The
right
door.
All right, so you're gonna stay on the wall there.
until that area clears up.
Give me a perception check when you have a moment.
Bartos is going to wait too. where he's at until that door gets opened by somebody or something changes.
Lothar, what about you? Farina, Otto?
I'll be on the second group.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm hanging out
Ilendar,
behind.
as you look down now, I think, well, you probably wouldn't, because you still, even though Storm tells you that this is a 40-foot pit with a bunch of green slime at the bottom of it, you still see the stone floor at 10 feet down. But
Right.
you also see, as you're by the statue there, and you sort of look down in the statue, you do see some of this slime sort of like creeping up a little bit up the statue, and it's moving pretty slow, but it does seem to be creeping up.
I'm going to call out that green crap is crawling up the statue
Towards which way?
towards us.
I will make sure Radiance is at the forefront of green slime.
It can't reach us from just the statue, but if it can do that, if it comes up these walls, we're kind of screwed.
This is the statue here.
Yeah.
What was the statue of? Did we say?
What Bardos said is I think it was Bardos. No, it might have been Lothar. Said it was a Merilith demon.
I've got ice. Cast ice slick after we clear the door around the area that it would have to go through to slow it down, so it can't
Is there-
follow.
Ilendar, is there a sump pump switch over there by the statue we could suck the slime up with?
For it.
I don't see one.
All right.
All right. So you guys are sort of all in position. What are you doing about the doors?
I was going to examine them, Les.
I'm sorry. You're gonna what?
While everyone was coming over, I was going to examine them. I don't think you heard me.
Oh, I didn't. Go ahead. Give me a perception check.
Basically, trying to figure out if they're locked. Is there obvious trap?
Covered in green slime.
Yeah, that's a really good perception check. As far as you can tell, they are locked. But beyond that, they don't seem to be. I mean, I don't know if you can detect traps or anything like that.
I have trap sense, but I don't think that gives me that ability.
Trap sense does get you some ability.
I think it's just a good saving throws against.
An awareness of it, actually, yeah.
Okay.
You could find them, but you wouldn't be able to disarm them.
Got
At
it.
least know if it's armed, right?
Yeah, you don't see any obvious traps on the door, but it is locked, and it looks like it's locked from this side.
It's nice.
Oh, that's always a good sign.
So do we wait for Gatto to come back, or do you want me to smash it open?
If it's locked on this side, we can just unlock it.
Oh, there you go.
Well, you don't have a key.
I was gonna say,
Oh, well, the key's not in it? What the hell?
It's not allowed to go deadbolt. It's you need a key.
Oh, okay.
okay, somebody.
Wait, didn't we pick a key up? Wait, time out. Didn't we pick a key up somewhere from Dead Dwarf's desk?
Hey, Flashheart, last time you calmed Gatto down, he became himself again. Why don't you try and calm him down?
Okay. While I'm making eye contact with each of you, I'll stroke Gatto's hair and lullaby to him.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Maybe he is that kind of cleric.
No.
This is taking a really interesting turn.
Give me a diplomacy check.
I'll give you a diplomacy check.
I have a very high diplomacy. I have maximum
I love these
charisma.
games. They have thrills, chills, spills, and just a touch of homoeroticism.
Okay, so you're trying to just calm Lenny down again, right?
Yes.
As far as you know.
All right, Disturbo creepers here.
Depends
Yeah.
on how you react, Don. It's all up.
That's how you react. All right, so diplomacy check, bluff. What are you gonna use?
Diplomacy.
Okay.
Remember, lawful good here.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, go ahead, Flashheart.
All right, what am I rolling?
Diplomacy check.
All right, here we go. One moment, please. Let's pick my diplomacy. Oh yeah, I got this.
The suspense
Sorry.
is killing
Give
me.
me a second. No.
Drum roll, please.
I had the D6s still on, so they come on the D6s.
Is that a drum roll?
Yes.
The pitter patter of little feet.
24.
There you go.
All right.
Oh, Yeah, you're able to calm him down a little bit. He realizes he's still clinging to you and lets you go.
Got you back?
Stop touching me!
Bad touch. Bad touch.
The problem is you're the one doing the touching.
Oh.
It's double bad.
No, I'll just like I'll get down. I'll help you up. Like, are you? How you feeling now? Are you feeling back to your old self?
Well, I'm discovering these new wounds on me, and my gear is not in great shape.
Yeah, trust me. You didn't miss much there. You wanted to be away for that one. That sounded pretty horrific.
Yeah. I mean, he's got wounds on him. He's got I mean, and Gatto, you would recognize you're in a fair amount of pain. You're like, what in the hell happened?
I am in pain, and yeah. What the hell's going on? And we need to just get out of here.
Well, I don't think anybody.
You turned into a girl.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You'd think eventually he'd figure out with all of us telling the same thing, he'd probably start figuring out we're telling the truth.
Well, no one has ever actually told him who he turns into yet, so he has no idea what you're talking about.
I will sit you down there for a second. We have a moment. What a slap.
So you turned to a little girl called Linny.
Linny?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Does that ring a bell?
Wait, what's her last name?
We didn't
Next time
ask.
she shows up, I'll ask her. I thought it was Laura Linney, but she didn't say.
I don't know. She's usually freaked out enough that we can't get much out of her.
She said it.
Yeah, she said it.
I don't know.
Did she-
I don't know who you're talking about then. What do we need to do to get out of here?
Did she say it to
We
me?
need to
Because
get
I'm pretty
this
sure
banner.
all I heard.
Pardon?
Pretty sure
We need to get
all
a
I heard was
banner.
Linney.
No, I
So-
know that.
She said her name was Linny Zarzuket, and she mentioned that she and Dash were guarding the town.
I was gonna make him ask her again next time she showed up.
What's your last name?
Okay, we tell them that.
We need to know for later.
Does that ring a bell there, buddy?
If you say Linny Zarzaket, he does know who she is. I have no idea why you guys would be thinking I'm her.
Because you tell us you're her whenever you freak
You
out.
tell us for her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You and Dash
I
are
don't
guarding
get that
the
at
town.
all. But okay,
Well,
I'm
who is she?
her.
How about that? Who is that?
She's a gnome that I know back home. Who,
What useful skills does she have so we can put her to work
guard.
next time you turn into her?
Pardon?
What useful skills does she have so we can put her to work once you become her again?
She an alchemist?
I don't know of any useful skills she has. She joined the city guard. I guess can guard things. She was very,
So, is she alive?
she was
that
very
time,
big
sorry?
on doing the right thing and protecting townsfolk. That she always wanted to be part of the city guard. It was always kind of a joke though, because I mean she's just a gnome. I don't know what she can really do.
So she wasn't a caravan guard with you or anything, and she was still alive
Pardon?
when you last saw her. She wasn't a caravan guard with you or anything.
No, she was not a caravan guard. She was someone from back when my mom was alive and we lived in a human settlement.
Okay. Do you know of any of her friends that we can name drop next time?
Yeah, I'll think of those names for you in a bit.
Okay.
Well, he mentioned one, Ben, didn't he?
Dash.
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 While you guys are talking, Gatto, can you try to open that door?
Yes.
Back to work, buddy.
Back to work.
Yeah.
Your mental illness is no concern of ours while there's doors to be unlocked. Yeah, no problem.
There
Gatto,
it is.
you're able to unlock that door quite easily with your tools. Although it is a staunch lock. You get the impression that
Gatto, do you have a ranged weapon?
there would be no mechanism on the other side for to open this. This is purely on this side.
Kind of. Yeah, I've got a longbow.
Whenever you get freaked out, you tend to turn door. Why don't you stay back and just shoot things? Hopefully, we'll keep you.
That sounds good to me.
All right. Everybody keep an eye on Gatto/Lenny there.
Okay. Who's going to be up front opening the door?
Dutch.
So Les, right now, all weapons away, but I got my longbow out now.
Okay.
I'm happy to open the door.
You want,
All right.
Storm to go in first?
You push a bolt
Yeah,
open, or
Storm.
just open one, or
I don't know.
I like to make an entrance.
It's a double door, so.
First. I'll push the one door open, the one on the right, and let Storm go in.
okay. The first thing you notice is that this room is completely dark, much
Completely what?
darker.
Oh, darker.
Much darker than you initially thought. Now, obviously, the map doesn't show that, but it is quite dark in here.
Okay, Storm's got 60-foot dark vision, so.
There we go. A little bit dimmer. It's this magical darkness, so I'm not sure that she would have a ton of it, but she can see a little bit of it. It's. Let me give you a quick description of what she sees.
As a free action, I say, Marco.
Gato from behind says, Polo.
So Storm looks in there, and basically she sees a large room. Beyond that, I mean, it's a really substantive room. She can't really see either edge, can she?
I can see this.
Okay. So you do see something. All right. So
I can see that.
see what looks to be alcoves in the wall on that north side there. But beyond that, it seems to be just a purely empty room, although it is completely covered in magical darkness.
Okay, she's going to say it's not only is it dark in there, but there's a magical darkness. So with that, Ilandar's going to come up and touch her and cast light on her.
Okay. On Storm.
Yeah.
And I'm
Okay.
going to cast light on my sword, Les.
Okay.
Yeah, Radiance should power it up too, hopefully. It's a magical weapon of light.
And you're casting, Fletcher, did you say you're casting light on your weapon as well?
Yes, sir.
All right, hold on. Let me pop that in. And of course, there we go. It's not popping. Come on, you do it. Come on.
Being a big room,
This is crashing and
this is
burning here.
making me nervous. Karina, you coming up?
Okay. All right. So you're in the overlapping lights. It just seems to sort of just push it back a little bit because this magical darkness is pretty strong. Storm, as you look in, you can see in those alcoves there seem to be what look to be large, jagged purple crystals on pedestals. Some of them maybe the size of a bowling ball, some of them larger. Beyond that, all you see is an empty room.
Okay. She's just going to inch in slowly, and Ilandar will go Fletcher and Flashheart and behind her.
Okay.
I'm going to go 5 foot at a time in case something bad happens.
Okay. Do you see what I see?
Yes, I see that.
All right. Do you want to describe it to them?
Storm will stop right there, and she'll look out and she'll say, "I see a banner at the other side of the room."
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Flashheart, get in here. That's
Well, I'm
yours.
sure it's just fine. We'll just go get it.
Yeah,
Let's
Flashheart.
just go get it. Who
Flashheart,
wants
that's
to-
your banner.
Wait, I'm coming to get it. We're not an initiative though, right?
Not yet, but I'm doing 5 foot steps in case something happens.
Are these 5-foot squares?
They are.
So there's a shadow demon. We're in a magically and dark room. I'm sure it's no
Yeah.
Yeah.
just a pure coincidence.
Nothing's going to go wrong.
Well, and your light spells seem to be struggling against this darkness. I mean, it is dark in here.
That's why we have so
Pitch
many.
black.
I'm going to turn to Elendar and say, I've got a sun rod.
Okay. I think all the light we can get in here would probably be a good thing.
So
leave no shadow behind.
Flashheart, you need to get up there.
Okay.
it's got a 30-foot radius.
Okay.
Les, can I just move myself, or are we? Do I need to do anything here?
Yeah, you can move.
I guess we could just toss it in the middle once you strike it. It sounds like a match. I mean, 1 foot long gold tipped iron rod glows brightly when struck.
Yeah. So I think you probably do that and then just
Like a
toss it
flare.
wherever you want.
Are we in initiative or are we
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah.
Not yet.
Yet being the operative word.
Les, I'm gonna throw that sun rod. I'm gonna strike it and throw it right here. Which is only like a 30-foot toss. Uh-huh. It's got a 30-foot radius.
Right to there?
Yep.
All right, hold on. Let me.
I don't know where we picked that up or how I ended up with it, but it seems like a good.
All I can visualize is you breaking up those little glow sticks and throwing them around.
Yeah.
So Sunrod is a 20-footer?
30.
30-footer. Okay.
All I saw was a real bright light.
Hoping with all these overlapping light things, we should get some decent light in here.
Even outside the 30-foot radius, it takes everything one step brighter. Like it makes light inside the 30-foot, and then everything outside goes one step brighter.
Yeah, where you guys are standing now, I mean, you're pushing back the light real hard. But even in the corners, those areas, it seems like it's encroached everywhere. And it isn't too long before, Flashlight, you happen to look over and you see something seems to coalesce out of the darkness.
Okay.
Storm, near you, something seems to materialize.
Ooh.
And Fletcher, behind you, three creatures materialize out of the darkness and smoke. And
Okay, I'm out.
and they begin moving towards you. Let's roll for initiative.
Yay.
Fight.
It's fine.
Ooh, bad initiative.
All right.
Did we
Bardos,
put any buffs? Oh, look at that! I have a decent initiative for once.
Farina.
Gato 17. Whoops, I'm missing people here. Ilindar 18. Ilindar, is that you? Oh, well, that's you and Storm.
It's both.
Yep. Lothar, gentleman's 12. Fletcher with a 5. Even less of a gentleman's 5.
No gentleman.
Which one is that, Bardos or Farina? Which one's which? I'm assuming that Bardos is the 18.
Bardos is 10. Farina's 18.
Bardos is 18. I was wrong. Farina is 18. Okay, and Flashheart also 18. A lot of 18s in there. Did anybody miss anybody? I think I got everybody. All right, let me roll mine real quick. Oops, what am I doing? That's crazy. It's going crazy. Here we go. 20. These things move with incredible speed. As they plunge towards you, this one comes directly at you, Fletcher, and tries to sort of envelope you in smoke. This shadowy substance. This one has these two long claws, and it steps forward to you, Flashheart, and tries to attack you. Storm, this alien-looking creature with legs and arms and these weird tentacles coming out of its head, charges you and attacks. So, Fletcher, the one on you. Hold on, let me make sure I'm doing this right. The one on you only moved about 5 feet, so it's going to get its full attack. Which it does, it sort of tries to envelope you, and it's like slams. It gets 2 slams. So let's go ahead and roll those. 2 30s.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Lord.
So I'll just roll those.
230s, geez.
12 points of damage. Also, I need a will save.
Okay, that's probably not going to go well either.
No, it did not go well, did it? Okay.
No.
All right. Cool. The other one, again, this one is going to be on Flash Art. This one.
Les?
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot I'm wearing that +2 cloak now, aren't I?
So the DC is your roll is 15.
Yeah.
Still not nothing
Not
changed.
great, I know.
What kind of save was it, Les?
Will save.
Against fear or something, where Flash Heart's +4 would help?
It's not a fear effect, no.
Okay.
Flash Heart, 2 claws. 23 and 23 and 23.
Do we have any buffs on right now?
I don't think so.
Let's see. I have my shield. Let's see. Double check here. I think you missed me. Yeah, you missed me. Sorry.
Okay, and Storm, it lashes at you with its head tentacles and misses. It just kind of like rears its head and its tentacles just go flying by. And Storm, you dodge out of the way pretty easily, but.
I feel like the bad guys, whenever they hit our party, whoever draws Storm is like, oh, shit.
Again?
They're cursing.
All right. Flash Heart and Farina. And technically Illendar, but we'll do
I've got a
Illendar.
question for Mike Luss. If I take +1 magic weapon elixir and combine that with some +1 weapon arrows that I have, do they stack?
The damage does, the attack does not.
So I get +1 on my attack and then +2 to hit or damage.
No, a magical weapon just gives you the to hit, nothing to damage. But the magical arrows do give you the
damage.
1 to hit and 1 to damage, but they don't stack. So you end up with 1 to hit and 1 to damage with that. If you've got the arrows, I would probably just use the arrows because you're not going to get any benefit to then adding a +1 to the weapon.
Okay, that's what I needed. So I'm going to pull from my quiver one of my arrows.
Okay.
And so you're saying that's +1 on damage, right, Mike?
+1 attack and damage, I believe.
Yeah.
Attack and damage.
Okay. All right. I gotta go.
Who are you
back.
shooting?
I am going. Storm is normally, takes care of himself pretty well. I'm gonna shoot the big one right here in front of me, I guess, for the moment.
So that's sort of the cloud of smoke that seems to be enveloping Fletcher.
Although I don't know if you can do a cloud of smoke. So actually, I think I'm gonna skinny by.
It was strong enough that it slammed him twice.
Oh, so it does have some substance.
Mm-hmm. Seems to.
Okay. Okay, so I have 2 arrows, and they are going to be.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
Bam, bam.
Ooh, 30 and 31. And the 23 is to confirm the crit.
Yep, and?
Give me a quick will save.
That's not what I thought you were going to go. Will.
Hold on. 21. All right. I am going to send you a message. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. All right, Farina, I sent you a message.
All right.
Okay.
So how does it? Okay. So.
You would see the arrows go right through it and pass by Flashheart on their way across the room.
Yeah, I'm going to share this with everybody.
Go for it. What do you say?
So It doesn't. I don't think it's real, you guys. It's like some type of a shadow illusion. I don't know. My arrows aren't affecting it. I'm not sure how is it hurting Fletcher. Fletcher, I don't know.
Fletcher's like, I beg to differ.
Exactly.
Okay.
Huh. I kind of wish I'd done the other one now. Okay. That's it. That's my move, and I'm not sending my kitty in there yet.
Flash Hearts, what are you doing?
Of course, I guess. Actually, you know what? I will send it in because it will give flanking to. I'll send Otto in to here.
Free action. Ilnar's going to yell out, "Get that banner!"
Okay. Otto runs over there, grabs it in his teeth, and then takes off the other door.
Good.
Wait, no,
I don't care how we get it.
Cats don't fetch.
Is Gatto now?
No,
Right
he's
now.
crying in the corner.
He seems okay. I
Can
mean,
you switch it? Yeah. Is it my
He's
turn?
trying very hard to calm himself right now. He's going to stand back. He's going to use his bow. He just saw Farina used a bow and didn't do anything.
you probably, where you're standing, you probably would not have seen those arrows pass through the creature.
Well,
Okay, so I don't know what the arrows yet.
but I shared that with Illendar, who's right there next to him. I mean, I was like, this thing isn't real.
What
You
you
heard that?
see probably is Storm fighting this alien beast. That's probably what you see.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very H.P. Lovecraft down there.
Lothar, what are you doing?
Oh, that was
Was it
just for me.
Oh, okay.
Was it my move?
Yeah, it's Flash Arts. You're up.
Okay, this guy I'm engaged with here. 2 questions. I want to stay in contact with him and still fight him, but I want to move as well. Can I do that, or do I have to stay where I'm at? I don't think this has come up before.
You can move. I mean, it depends. If you're going to do a 5-foot step, or as long as you, and with the way we play it, you can move out of a threatened square. You just can't pass through a threatened square. But
You can do a 5-foot step.
here's the problem: if you go or try to go around it, you're going to be passing through threatened squares
Right.
all over the place.
All right,
Right.
let's go. I'll just keep shuffling forward then. I was here, wasn't I, before?
Yep.
I think I was. Okay, so I'll move here.
Is he still flanking?
I think you were here, but this can be a 5-foot step. So
Yeah, that could be a 5-foot step. What are you trying to do?
I'm slowly dancing towards the banner.
Oh, okay.
But Otto's right behind him. Does that give me flanking?
yeah, because he's large, you're still flanking.
That'll be +2.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's flanking.
+2, right?
Yep.
Oh well. Last question before I make this roll. When we fast fought the illusions, how did we dispel them, guys? I'm trying to remember. I was able to see through it, but I don't remember how we actually got rid of them. We had to kill the spellcaster, right?
You make a will save, or we destroyed the banner in the other room.
Right. Okay. That's right. Here we go.
So you have to destroy this banner.
Yes. Good luck with that. All right. 20.
20 is going to miss as your sword seems like it passes through the creature. Give me a will save.
All right. 1 second. D2 if you have that ready. 1 will save coming up.
I might be able to.
Will. Nice. Boom. 18.
18. Yeah, you, I mean, on second look, you're not sure you hit it. It dodged out of the way. First, you thought your sword might have passed through him, and you thought you hit him, but then you're like, well, maybe not, because it seemed like he dodged backwards at the last second.
All right. So second attack.
Okay?
I don't know what it's going to.
24. This time you got him. Give me another will save. You hit him there.
Oh, that was actually. It would have been. That was my will save roll, so it would have been +4 to that. It would have been 28. No, sorry, 22. Sorry, 20, 26. 26. Sold.
just keep yelling out numbers until you hit me. Like,
It would have been 26.
Phone finally works.
And
So
now here's
what-
my will save. There's my will save. 20 again.
okay. Do you get any bonuses to your will save
So,
that you're not counting?
I gotta see.
Probably. Let me consult with my oracles in a party. Got
Yell one out. We have no buffs on.
All right,
Yeah,
this
that's okay.
time you see your sword pass through the creature,
All right.
and it looks like it just goes right through. And you see the creature, which it's like it's like a creature's made out of this black smoke, and radiance passes through that, and there's like a little tunnel where it kind of goes through, like you bisected it, you cut them in half, and then the separate sides just go and re-knit together, and it just kind of like looks at you like.
As a free action, I will call out to everybody. I'm fighting an illusion here again.
Hey, we get a bonus when someone tells us it's an illusion, right?
That is correct.
Farina already told us these were illusions.
Yep.
That and a bonus that Flashheart would have gotten.
Yeah.
What is that bonus? Is it +2 or +4?
I think 2 is what you give us.
That's 2. All right. So you do stab this thing. It goes through again, and you realize that this is an illusion. However, I mean, you're convinced that it's some sort of shadow illusion, but it's still there. You can still see it.
It's a shallusion.
Unlike last time.
Unlike last time, you can still see it.
But he didn't do
last
any
time it
damage.
disappeared.
Huh?
But he didn't do any damage to it because he did it.
Did not seem to do any damage to it.
Okay.
Its radiance passed through it, and then it like re-knit itself. All right. Ilindar and Storm.
Let's describe this to me.
So hold on, let me see the actual description. All right. Over on that side of the room, you can see basically it is a marble slab, and on top of it, what looks to be covered with like dust is what looks to be some sort of crumpled red banner. Behind it on the wall is behind it on a pedestal that's taller than the marble is another one of these purple crystals, and the pedestal slab, the slab with the crumpled red banner is sitting on top of it. Is in front of it. I mean.
Okay.
How high off the ground is that slab with the banner on it?
About 4.5 feet, like table height.
Okay.
The pedestal is a bit higher. It's probably a 5.5 to 6 foot pedestal, and then another. There's a large crystal on top of it. The crystal's probably the size of a beach ball, and it's like this purple sort of crystal.
And how tall is the platform that this thing's sitting on?
About 4.5 feet, about table size.
Okay.
Is red the color of Iomade?
To your knowledge, the Sword of Valor, the banner of Iomade, is red in color.
Okay.
It is rumored. The story says that it is a red banner with the Sword of Iomade and the Starburst of Iomade on it.
Okay.
Paladin says it seems legit. Until we actually touch it and it turns into a shadow and smoke.
Okay. Storm's. If this thing's real, it gets an attack of opportunity because Storm's running up to this thing.
Okay, it does get an attack of opportunity, which it will take. And miss.
Okay.
It slashes at you with one of those like multi-fingered clawed arms. It's got like multiple digits on all of its limbs, so that it's like a hand with like 9 fingers and claws on it, just swaps at you and misses.
Okay.
And it
with her other action,
turns around.
With her other action, she's putting on her hind legs and grabbing the banner part with her teeth and turning around.
What alignment is she?
She's my alignment.
Oh no, lawful evil, right?
Pretty much chaotic evil. None of this lawful. Neutral good.
Neutral good. Okay. So she grabs the banner, and it's covered, and it's just sort of like crumpled, sitting on there, and it's like covered in dust, and she just sort of like puts her teeth around it and sort of picks it up. It's just a cloth.
It's not like on a post or like on a.
No, not on a stick or a flagpole or anything like that. It's just a crumpled piece of cloth.
Oh, okay. And as Ilindar's action, I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
On.
Well, you just cast it and you can see thing within 60 feet.
All right, hold on.
And I'm looking at that banner to see if it looks magical.
Far away. Too far away, dude. Sorry.
Oh. Okay, I'm casting and then I'm moving up to right here.
Okay. You see the tendrils of smoke seem to kind of be wafting off of this thing as it's kind of like.
Yeah, that's why it stays along the edge.
All right. It does radiate magic. It radiates. Hold on. I know this. I know the answer to this. It radiates strong abjuration and evocation.
Okay. He's going to call it storm.
This is probably the strongest magical item that you've seen ever.
Okay, put it down. Nothing to see here. Just kidding.
It's a fake. It radiates a lot of magic.
So I don't call out, but I message to Storm, get that to Flashheart.
Okay.
Because it's Iomade, right? And Flashheart's Iomade, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get that to,
Are there, so real quick, well, before we go further, who all's lawful good and who all's Iomedean?
I'm neutral good, Farina.
Wait, what's the difference in lawful good and Iomedean?
Well, you could be a
What are
worshiper of Iomade and not necessarily be lawful good.
Oh, I thought you said we all had to be. Oh, well, you said we all had to be good, not lawful good.
And I am lawful good, and I'm not a worshiper of Iomade.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Bardos is neutral good.
Okay.
So is Farina.
All right. Gatto?
We're going to ignore Gatto. Lenny does like Iomade.
We're going to ignore Gatto. Bardos, did you say neutral good?
Yep.
Okay.
What about guy in toilet? Somebody check with him.
He's lawful good.
He's lawful good. All right.
Yeah,
So
what
two
about
lawful
Sid?
goods,
Clearly,
one Iomedean. All right. All right. So, Ilindar, you tell Storm, get that to Flashheart.
like I said, I don't call it out, but I just, with my mind powers, tell her
Okay.
to get that to Flashheart now.
Okay. Gatto, what are you doing?
Based on what I know and don't know at this point, I am going to move to here and fire at the creature that Gatto was at before. Yep. Hold on, let me get there. Firing at this one.
Okay.
Longbow. Do I have a longbow? Yep. Is 15 hit?
No, your arrow goes wide, shooting off, and you hear it off of the stone wall somewhere deep into the.
Okay, marking off an arrow.
Okay. All right. Lothar and Bardos, and finally Fletcher.
Lothar came over.
What did he just do? Fart?
No.
That's what it looked like.
Oof.
Is it even doing anything? My little things aren't doing anything. Hold on.
They're doing stuff on my screen.
I'm seeing stuff.
I'm not
There's
seeing it on
fart.
mine. Okay.
I'm not either.
All right. Never mind.
Looks like someone's got some gas.
Oh, now it all does it at once. It all did it at once. There's like 40 of them that just went off. All right.
The farting demon there.
All right. So Lothar, Bardos, and Fletcher.
I've moved over to where I am now,
All right.
and the bird's over hanging out with the useless former captive.
Gotcha. Okay. What about Bardos and Fletcher? Fletcher, you got your hands full with this thing. Farina says it's not real, but man, it felt awfully real moments ago.
Well, he's going to take a swing.
Okay. It's a miss.
And a second swing.
Also a miss.
And then a 5-foot step.
Okay. All right.
Bartos is going to move up to Farina and touch her with the spell of invisibility.
You're making Farina invisible. All right. I like the sound of this. All right, Farina, you disappear. You vanish. And you remember that you all have spider climb too. So just keep that in mind. That's going to last for a while. Or does that last for a while, right?
Yeah, it was like 8 minutes a person.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fletcher, you've gone. All right. Creature's turn. This one is going to take a 5-foot step and get in between Ilindar and Fletcher and attack both of you with these tendrils that kind of pop out in either direction. So first one, Ilindar, 17. That's going to probably miss. Second one, Fletcher, 21.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That'll hit.
Misses by 1.
It missed you by 1?
By 1.
Oh.
Missed him by that much.
8 points. You know, for all the loose talk about these being illusions, this thing just smacked you really hard in the gut.
Well.
And you're not entirely sure what people are talking about, but this one is going to take a 5-foot step and interpose itself, or start to interpose itself between Storm and Flashheart. And it's going to attack Flashheart 1 time as well. It actually gets 2 attacks. Sorry, so it's going to do because it's a 5-foot step. So first attack, 25. Second attack, 14. Is 25 hit?
No. Nope.
No. So it misses 2 times. This one is going to come up here, run up to Storm, and attack him again with that head lash of his his weird dreadlocks. He's lashing out at you with. And he's going to miss. But he's blocking you, and you cannot, since you have the banner in your mouth, you cannot use a bite attack next round on him either.
Correct.
Hey, Les, when I got hit, do I get another will save?
Yeah, you do.
Hooray. And I don't, okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sorry, I missed that.
7. No, just 5. Okay, here we go.
17. Yeah, you got hit. And you're starting to think that maybe Farina is lying to you for some reason.
Oh, I would have gotten another +2, but it doesn't matter. I still didn't make it.
That will not matter, yeah. So, and then about that time, you hear sort of this whooshing sound. And this colossal, like, cone of shadow just comes spinning out of from behind this one creature. And it is going to get Fletcher and, let's see, it's got what's the range on this?
Flashheart. This is Flashheart, not Fletcher.
Range is 60 feet, cone-shaped burst. So it's going to get everybody.
Except
Yeah,
Storm.
it's start out behind here and go just right across there and get. It won't get Storm, but it will get Flashheart, Fletcher, Ilindar, Bartos, and Farina. I don't think it will get Gato.
Do it again. I don't think it got Farina. Well, I guess it depends on how wide the cone goes.
It's not getting Otto either.
Well, now wait a second. If I have to do
Yeah, it's not getting Otto or Storm.
Yeah, it didn't get Otto or Storm.
Or Lothar.
Or the guy in the toilet.
Or the guy in the toilet.
Hold on a second.
The toilet knight, the tiny bull knight.
That's not a cone, that's a triangle.
It's a cone.
Back it up, partner. If you want to get Storm and Otto.
That's where it gets. So I guess it misses even Ilindar, but it will get Fletcher and Flashheart.
Okay, what does it do to us?
I need reflex save from everyone.
At least a save I'm better at.
Yeah, this is my worst possible save here. Buff me quickly. Iowa buff me. Yeah, that was respectable.
Man, I haven't rolled above a 10 all night.
I know. I haven't either.
Oh my gosh, I know we're ending early, but I can barely stay awake now.
All right, so what do we got? What do we got? Flashheart 18, 15. Oh, you guys are not going to like this at all.
I disbelieve. I disbelieve. I disbelieve.
It's not going to help, I don't think. Boy, that's bad. That's bad news. It's bad news.
Oh, just spit it out.
Hey,
God.
zip it back up. Keep it in the fan.
37 points of damage. You guys both take full because you both missed the saves as this cloud, this blast of shadow magic comes ripping across there and just rakes at you like a almost like a tornado of shadow comes ripping across you. The creatures seem completely unaffected. It passes right through them. But both of you are immersed in this.
Ow. Okay. I disbelieve. I don't think I'm wounded, actually. It's all an illusion.
All right. Fletcher, how are you doing? How you feeling there, buddy?
I'm thinking it's going well.
Say that again.
I put yours in there. Your Flashheart's. You guys see this cone of shadow magic just come roaring out of what looks to be the corner, and you're just like, what in the? I mean, honestly, this is something you guys have never seen before.
Yeah, I'm calling malfeasance. I've never heard of shadow magic, so I think it's not something a little more common.
Hey, Les, wouldn't I be at 22, not 15 from 52? No, you're right.
37. Yeah, you missed the save.
I miscounted.
All right. Flashheart and Farina. Farina, you just saw them both get enveloped into this, and they both look like Flashheart and Fletcher. The problem is who's gonna carry the banner if Flashheart dies before Storm gets to him?
Well, let's see.
Flashheart, were you able to do damage to your dude at all, or have you been able to hit him?
No, he's an illusion. There's no reason I can. I hit him twice.
It hit him, but it didn't do any damage.
So it can do damage, but okay. I think we need to be taking out these crystals, you guys. I think these crystals are the source. At least it's. I don't know if I've got the strength, but
Otto's got the appropriate spot to start clawing at them, right?
I don't know. I mean, can you bite a crystal, or do you need a bludgeoning weapon?
Are they stone?
They're on pedestals. You can probably just knock them off, and hopefully when they hit the floor, it breaks it.
Is that true, Les? Are they on pedestals?
They're all on pedestals. Yeah. Now there are various sizes and shapes, but yeah, there's like 7 of them. One is behind where the flag was.
Okay.
And the others are in like niches and.
Okay, so Otto's going to go after knocking this one over the pedestal.
Okay.
How do I roll that?
I guess just a regular to hit roll against AC 10 to see if he hits it, and it would be we do a damage roll to see if he can knock it over. He's not really damaging it; it's a stone pedestal, but 21 that'll hit. He certainly is able to use. Now, is he trying to knock the pedestal over, or is he trying to knock the crystal off the pedestal? Either way would hit.
I'd say we're going to try and knock the crystal off the pedestal.
So he's going up and sort of like bonking into the crystal.
Yeah, actually, though, that wouldn't do as much damage because they could possibly. I don't know how big it is relative.
Well, he's trying to knock it off, right?
He's trying to knock it off, yeah. But I don't want him to get stuck behind the wall and the pedestal and not be able to fall the 3 or 4 feet.
No, there's room. I mean, it would be able to fall.
Okay, so now what does he have to roll?
Just roll some damage to see how well he's pushing it off. He does get his paws on it and gets pushing on it. Let's roll his normal damage roll, and we'll see if it's more than like 6. Okay, 8 points. He does manage to push the crystal off of the pedestal. The crystal falls behind the pedestal, kind of bangles around behind there against the walls. It kind of crooks around and hits the ground with a smash. And there's a lot of little crystals now all over the place in that area.
But nothing changes with the bad guys.
As far as you can tell, nothing has changed with the bad guys.
That one might not have been out, though. I'm saying to myself. Okay, I'm going to stealth. So I guess I need to roll that first.
I'm visualizing a cat on a mantelpiece here. Hey, Les.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, so let's say we're not really injured and we're fake injured, just for sake of argument. If we believe that somebody heals us, would we then heal?
Yes, I can turn it.
Like if somebody
yeah, but you can't trick yourself, right? So you can't say, "Hey, I know you're an illusionist and you can't do heal spells, but make something that looks like a heal spell, and I'll believe it, and I'll become healed." That's not going to work. You have to legitimately believe it.
Hey, Les?
Yeah.
Pushing a crystal. So I stealth. I had a 25. I stealth my way over to this crystal.
Okay.
Is that pushing a crystal off a pedestal considered an aggressive action that I would lose my invisibility?
I would think not.
I think it's just a clumsy move.
Yeah, you can't be penalized for clumsiness. No, I don't. I would say from the sense of the invisibility spell, I think an aggressive move would be an attack on a person or creature or something that would be
some sort of aggressive, fast, rapid action.
Yeah, I think just pushing a crystal off of there is not going to do it. So
you check it into oblivion.
You stealth over there and you just push this crystal off the thing, and it shatters on the ground.
I mean, I just rolled my attack for my longbow. Do you want me to just roll my damage for that?
No, it's fine. You don't have to. I mean, you don't really have to roll an attack. You just push them off and it falls to the ground. And there's a lot of little pieces of crystal, of this purplish crystal that are now all over the floor. Some of them larger than others. I mean, it doesn't go to powder or anything like that. It's like big crystals that, if you break them, it's like broken glass. Although it doesn't look like super sharp, it's just like if you had broke a fluorine crystal or something like that.
And nothing under the pedestal.
The pedestal seems normal.
Hey, I'm going to yell over to Illendar. Illendar, are these things magical? Because he's still got detect magic on, right?
Yep. They do radiate a small amount of magic. Let me see.
Okay, then I'll just call back to her. Yes, they are.
They radiate faint, chaotic, and evil magic.
Now, when she knocks those onto the floor, do they still have that, or does that go away?
They still have it.
Okay, I'm going to tell her, yes, they are, but you're not really getting rid of the magic by destroying them.
It's not, and the thing that strikes you is it's not strong magic either. It's faint.
Okay.
Okay. Jeez Louise. That it, Farina?
Yeah.
Sorry, we just had a big lightning crash here. Illendar and Gato. All right, Storm. What are you going to do? How are you going to get that flag? You're going to have to take the attack of opportunity.
Yep. Actually, you know what? Illendar is taking a 5-foot step to there.
Okay.
Actually, you know what?
So you don't want to help Fletcher with the flanking?
Yeah. Well, I think.
Don't bother. Don't even bother.
Yeah, Storm's going to take the attack opportunity, run around this way, and basically end up right there.
Okay, so she's going around, takes the attack of opportunity, probably not going to have much happen there. Let's just make sure.
Shoves it like literally into Fletcher's hands.
And then basically her action is her second action is giving the banner to.
So she just stretches her neck out to Flashheart. Flashheart, what do you do? You've got Radiance in one hand, and up comes Storm with this what looks to be a red cloth. I mean, it doesn't look all that fancy. And it's covered.
Smacks her on the nose and says, "Bad dragon." Oh,
bad dragon. Put that back.
I let my shield slide to the floor and grab the banner from Storm's mouth, and then I hoist it above my head and say, "By the power of Grayskull."
What do you say? By the power of Iomede's Grayskull?
I've got the power. I say, Iomede, We have recovered your banner.
Help us.
Okay.
Yeah, help us.
Assist, we need aid.
All right. So a couple of things are going to happen. So you guys see, so Storm comes running up and she practically throws this at Flasher. Flasher grabs the flag and yells out, "Iomade, aid us! We have recovered your banner!" And you see this banner begin to glow, and it begins to glow with this white light. Radiance gets even brighter because Radiance is in your other hand, right? You've dropped your
Right.
shield.
I dropped my shield.
You guys are seeing like the shield. It's almost like time slows down. The shield is like spinning as he's dropped it on the floor, and this white light begins to permeate everything. Where it comes off of the light expands out in a sphere, and the moment it hits these creatures, they disappear. So the creatures, those shadow creatures, disappear. And so Fletcher, reduce the amount of take back. Hold on a second. I got to do some math here. 19. You have a total of 19 points of damage total.
No.
Now you do, yeah.
Oh, that's all I've taken. Oh, okay. Oh,
Add back however many hit points it is to get to 19 points.
Only 19. Oh, that's a lot. Thank you.
It's a lot. And Flashheart, you have 13 points of damage total.
All right. So what was it? Okay. So okay. Thank you.
That was a 38-point heal. Thank you.
Yeah. So the rest of you, okay.
It's like a strung out junkie getting his heroin fix.
That's how I feel. Glass of whiskey at the end of a bad day.
So those creatures go away. You have the banner, and it's like Flashheart, you've got this banner over. It's almost like a matador's cape, right, over your thing, and you're using it almost as a shield. And you see it sort of unroll, and it's probably 6-7 feet long. So a little bit of it is on the ground, but you do see it is this red banner with a sword of Iomade on it, the starburst. It's glowing. Radiance, Matt, what's Radiance as a magic weapon? Is it +1 or +2?
It's +2 now.
It's +3 now.
Damn. Wow.
You could feel Radiance just sort of like struck in your hand.
Take it out.
And you hear the sound of laughter over in the corner, over in this direction.
I'm not curious.
Let's just run.
I think we can just leave.
Yeah.
Ilendar, what do you do? So that was Storm. What do you do? You see this, and it's a sphere. It's a powerful sphere that just keeps expanding and expanding and expanding.
I'm going to delay and say, let's get out of here.
Wait, where's the sphere?
It's all around you.
Oh, the laughter is?
Huh? No, the laughter seems to be coming from up in the north and east.
Where the cone came from. It's the main man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Voodoo.
The man behind the curtain. Okay. Pay no attention to the demon behind the curtain.
So,
Right.
Ilendar, you say, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Okay?
And I'm delaying, so now myself and Storm are on different initiative
All right.
numbers.
Marines, we are leaving.
Gatto, you're up.
I'm moving back to protect the Tidy Bowl man. I am trying to convince him that we're going to be fine. Mainly, I'm trying to convince myself we're going to be fine. I haven't talked to myself yet.
With the Tiny Bowl man. Okay.
I am unaware, really, of what's going on inside, except for maybe it got brighter coming out
It
the
got
door.
a lot brighter in there. There's a lot of white light coming out from that room. Lothar, Bardos, Fletcher, what do you guys do?
I'm going to cast haste,
Yay.
move a little bit. That should be enough to cover. I got 6 people, so
Time to go.
Fletcher, Flashheart, Storm,
Otto's pretty
Farina.
fast
Let me see if
already.
I got enough.
Is Storm pretty fast already?
Storm's got a movement of 40.
4,
Otto's got a 50.
5.
Okay.
I'm happy I can catch up. I'll just be a little bit behind.
1. So Fletcher, Flashheart, Storm. That's 3. And I guess Bardos, Illendar, and Lothar. That's 6.
What about Farina? Otto's got a movement rate of 50, but
Oh, I thought
Farina's 30.
Well, you're invisible and.
Okay,
you're
that's
okay.
fine. Just making sure it was a conscious decision to leave me behind.
Yeah. You're gonna bravely stay behind.
So when shit goes down, you know exactly why.
All right, so you get that, Les? The 6 people?
Haste. So everybody but Gatto?
And
No,
Farina.
Lothar, Illendar, Bardos, Fletcher, Flashheart, Storm.
Okay, so everybody in that core group right there are all hasted now. Okay, cool. Lothar, you moved into the room.
Yeah, I'm going to move right here and then burst. Which will
Bursting.
get Gato, Fletcher, and Flashheart.
Okay,
9 points.
Yay.
nice. Fletcher, what about you?
Well, despite the haste, I had planned to cover Flashheart's retreat, so I'm going to pause and lose this turn. I'm going to
You're
get.
going to delay?
Delay, yeah.
Well, I'm the last in the round, so it's not a delay. I'm just going to.
But, well,
No,
if you
but if you
delay
delay,
now,
you
though,
can-
you can act whenever you want next round.
Got it. Okay, then I'm delaying.
Okay, well, you're the bottom of the order.
He's
Right.
going to delay during the next round.
So
you don't have to
basically,
wait
and pop
till the
in
next
later.
round.
now
Okay.
him and I can pop in whenever we want.
My turn.
Oh, oh, oh.
You hear this laughter, and then it stops abruptly, and it says, I am released.
Okay.
Okay.
Somebody check the manual. I don't believe that was part of the thing we were trying to do.
Oh, God.
Gatto, you smell, the rest of you, I'm probably Lothar and Illendar probably see this before, or
Poor Gato.
smell, but
Gatto's-
Gatto, you hear this, you can smell the faint smell of urine in the air.
Like, oh, shit!
It's his own.
Smell of rockets.
As this enormous devilish creature, 12 feet tall, radiating darkness like a shadowy, oily wave, materializes right there on the outside of the doors. It looks at Gatto once, and you can see it's like glowing, sort of reddish glowing eyes just sort of look at you with sheer contempt. And then it looks over at Lothar and reaches out a hand and tries to grab him. It actually just throwing a claw at him.
Why do you hate me?
It's because
Well-
it's easy.
Gato's gone.
29 to hit, Lothar.
Ouch.
Did that hit?
You may be muted.
Me? Can you not hear me?
Oh, no, you are here.
Okay.
You were here, yeah.
Chuck, you there, buddy?
Here.
Chuck, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I just does a 29 hit you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. You just got hit. Okay, so D6 physical damage as this claw passes through your body, like through your chest, just kind of like reaches out, and you could see the claw going into your body, sort of passing through it incorporeally, and you can feel the coldness of the claw as it reaches around your heart and begins to squeeze. 5 points of physical damage and another 5 points of cold damage as this icy hand grabs at your heart and begins to squeeze it. You can just see him, these eyes looking at you. Flashheart, Farina.
Do I know he's out there?
Where are you?
Down
Perception
here.
check, I guess.
Perception. My perception says 7 or better. What's a 7 buy you in this game, Les?
Not a lot. I don't know that you would be able. I mean, you're sort of facing the pedestal. You're still thinking that maybe you need to knock over these crystals. Not sure what's going on. There's a lot of white light behind you from flash art. I don't know that you would see him.
Actually, I lie. It's 19 or better.
What did you roll?
It's never mind. It's 21.
21. Okay, you probably would see him. You would certainly see Lothar sort of stand, sort of shudder backwards.
I'm just not convinced that these crystals don't play into this. Gordon and I were talking. He was saying possibly it's released him by breaking some type of a field.
The crystal or moving the banner?
Yeah, that it could have been that. I'm gonna run over here and push this one off. Do I need to roll to hit it, Lex?
Which one?
The big one.
You do. It's a much bigger crystal. So it's heavier, so it's gonna take a minute for you to push off. But yeah, go ahead and roll to hit on that. That will hit.
I'm sorry, actually it should be one less. 16.
Still hit. I mean, you still have it. You just kind of muscle it off. Do a strength check for me to try and muscle it off of there.
This could be embarrassing. Soutois. Shit. How big is it? How big is it, Les? When you say it's kind of a big.
You can't. Yeah, 7's not going to be enough to get it off of there.
All right, so my cat comes and helps me. Do I need to do a strength check on him?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. My panther is stronger than me. So I'm going to be starting calisthenics when we get back to town.
Doing some squat thrusts, that kind of thing.
That's a 10.
It's still not going to be enough. You guys got it wobbling, but it's not off of there yet.
Jennifer,
Yeah.
keep in mind that panther is probably stronger than most of us. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Matt, I sent you a text.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Flash Arch, your turn. Did you get my text, Matt?
Yes, sir. No,
Any way you see fit.
all right. I will. I'm hasted, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you're hasted.
I will come right up to this the side of this thing and say, in the name of Iomade, I denounce your very existence, evil shadow creature. You are banished from this plane.
So, Lothar, you see something very interesting happen when Flashheart does this. Flashheart comes running up before, and I am assuming that Flashheart at some point is like raising radiance and is going to strike at this creature. But this creature had its hand, incorporeal hand, like sort of stuck in you, Lothar. Now you feel like it pulls his hand back, and you can see that rather than the smoky, sort of insubstantial texture that it once was, it seems very solid now.
It's time for Mega Smite.
Go for it. Oh, that's not.
That's let me check.
Yeah, we have that.
It's not gonna hit.
No, wait.
I'm sorry.
no, wait.
Jesus. What?
Is this an evil outsider?
It is.
So your bonuses would double on your smite evil the first time.
Wouldn't I get a haste bonus too, or no? Oh, my bonus would
Haste
double.
gives you
Haste
+1
bonus
to
is
attack.
+1.
Okay,
I'll
so
tell you
then
what.
it,
You rolled a 2. You gotta.
That'd be a 3.
I mean, you're gonna need a lot of bonuses because its AC is 25.
so my bonuses.
Oh, he's not getting 25 bonus.
Yeah, I'd just say you got a long way to go before you hit 25.
Geez.
Bowie.
If you were
So-
close, we could work something out, but you're too far away.
But as Lothar noticed, the incorporeal nature of this creature seems altogether all solid now.
Cool.
And you can see it kind of looking at itself like Like somebody has taken the shadowy nature of this creature and sort of
Lock it
coalesced
down.
it into something that you could touch.
Good.
Oh, good. Good. Stab it a lot.
Kill it. Stab it.
All right, Storm and Gato.
Kill him a lot.
And Fletcher, let me know when you want to pop back in.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Lothar now.
How tall are these doors?
About 12 feet, sort of in a big sort of Gothic arch. You try and fly over him. Keep in mind, he's like 11. He's pretty close to 12 feet tall.
I'm sure I'm going to get the attack of opportunity, but I'm just trying to figure out if he can actually fit in there to get on the other side of him.
Not without an acrobatics check.
Have Bardos kill the web and somebody bull rush him right into the slime.
He's probably stronger than us, being 12 feet tall.
15 will miss. Got it.
Okay, so
Wait, let
in a female voice,
It comes back, right? The dagger comes back.
I jump back 5 feet. I whip out a dagger and just throw it at him, saying, "Sir Flashheart protected me." And then I look down in amazement when the dagger reappears in my hand.
What the?
What the what?
I'll
So
say,
I
I
did
got
this,
you.
but I still have my dagger.
Okay.
I will say something reassuring like, I've got you, my child.
And just to make it easy, I'm going to go ahead and do my action now, so I'm back on Storm's initiative roll.
Okay.
Storm is going to try and get to right there.
All right. So I'm gonna need its acrobatics check is I
Actually,
believe CMD plus 5.
Yes.
Actually got an acrobatics.
Yes, but yeah, the acrobatics check you have to do going through his square is his CMD plus 5.
So you don't have any acrobatic skill?
Yeah, but it's...
You can fly.
I'm guessing this thing is
Ooh.
really
Ooh.
high, so...
Yeah, its CMD is pretty solid.
Yeah, and I thought she might have a better acrobatics.
But I wouldn't have made it either, would I?
Not even close.
No.
Attack it, Ilindar, with your dagger
Yeah.
or your crossbow.
Yes, that's what I'll do. You know, the big old honker one takes a round to load.
Yeah, that one.
If I go to right here, can Lothar give way, or can I not go there?
You can't go there when Lothar's still there.
Okay. Then you know what? We're both delaying.
So you're gonna both delay until after Lothar?
Yeah.
Okay. It's Lothar's turn.
The whole world's waiting for Lothar to move.
I'm going to move. I'm going to move here.
Okay.
And then
Straight backwards.
Yes, and then cast a spell.
Dispel
Spear of Purity.
Spear of Purity. What is that?
It's an evil outsider FU spell.
It's the holy circuit.
All right, let's have a look at this thing. You hurl a pure white or golden spear of light from your holy symbol, affecting any one target within range as a ranged touch. Evil creature touched by the spear takes 1d8 points of damage per 2 caster levels. An evil outsider takes d6 per caster level and is blinded. Will save reduces the damage and negates the blinding. Okay.
36 potential points.
So range touch, 25.
Ooh, that's a hit.
So 66.
Yep. Plus, I need to make a will save.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
30 points.
Holy crap, dude.
30 points of damage.
Good roll.
Man,
That's an amazing roll.
That's gonna bypass almost all of this shit.
someone screenshot that.
Oh, oh. I need to. It's got spell resistance. Is it spell resistance?
Hang on, I'm looking.
Yep. So you got to roll a d20 plus your caster level.
I screenshotted it.
Screenshot of it.
Let's add this next great roll to it.
17.
You made it.
Woo!
Spell resistance 16.
The will
Okay.
save
So,
is against. Hang on.
That's a beautiful thing right there. That whole.
yes, it is.
The will save
Nicely done, Chuck.
is against 18.
18. All right, let me go ahead and roll that. My will is plus 11.
Suck it. Suck it.
Ooh.
Suck it.
Suck it, suck it, suck it hard.
You guys are throwing the jigs at me on this thing?
Wah, wah.
Oh, that did not happen. Let me re-roll
That
it.
is awesome.
Let me re-roll it.
No.
You need to re-roll it?
No, come on, this isn't fair.
What
So-
is fair on it?
30
All
points
right,
of damage, and it's blind.
And you
30
blinded
points
it.
of damage, and it's blinded by this. So something that you guys have never seen him do. You've never done this spell before, have you?
No.
Okay,
But
so
this
you
thing
see-
reached in my chest. Lothar's pissed.
And I'm
Bull
pissed.
pulls out his holy symbol of Aristotle, and he's like, "Be gone, you piece of crap!"
I
And
think he said F-U, Les. I think there was F-U.
F you. And boom, it just strikes him. He wasn't expecting it, and this thing is like staggered backward by this. I mean, and you can see his eyes have this like gold sort of like light in front of him, and you can see him kind of like with his claws wiping it at it, kind of trying to get rid of the blindness. You're pretty sure he cannot see.
Nice.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
he went.
warriors,
I was waiting for him to go, so I'm going to go.
kill it a lot.
Okay.
Wait, hold on, because Flashheart was going to go too after Lothar.
Okay, who's going?
Let me go. Let me go first.
Everybody's like, "Give me a piece
You
of
go
that."
If you say so, I'll wait.
Oh,
Trust me.
Take your shot.
Okay, Storm's getting up here and getting a single attack.
Okay.
This guy's blind, so he gets some penalties.
Well, kind of. He gets penalties when he attacks against his AC. He does not lose his dex. He has blind fight,
Oh, okay.
so he does not lose his dex. So he hears you coming. You can see him kind of like
25 hit.
25 will hit.
That's max damage.
It is max damage.
Okay. And then Ilandar's action is to come over here and cast Enlarge Person on Fletcher.
Uh-oh. We've unleashed the Fletcher.
At least.
So I don't think Storm's claws are quite good enough to get past his DR.
No, they just behave as magical. So if it's more than magical, then it's not.
It is.
Okay.
Okay, so there's some DR. You feel the claws like scratching this creature's body, but it does not do as much damage. He just did some.
So it does
some
do some
damage, but not.
Okay.
Huh?
It does do
Does
some
some, but
damage.
not all. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Who's next? Fletcher.
Fletcher.
And Fletcher's large. Fletcher's large now.
Ooh, who did that?
Fletcher.
I did. Well, Ilandar did.
Yeah. We released the Fletcher.
Release the fucking.
So now he with that big old honking sword, he can reach over.
He can reach over.
And smack.
And I am raging.
And raging. Okay.
Single attack. I'm going to use surprise accuracy on top of that.
What does that do?
Gives me an additional +3 to hit.
Nice.
Nice.
22 is going to miss. I'm sorry to say. Even with surprise accuracy, did you add the surprise accuracy in there?
Yep.
Natural 5. It's not as good, and he's not losing any DCs to. He's not taking any penalties to his AC because he's got blind fight.
Yep, I rolled a 5. Man, my rolls tonight.
All right, so you are back here.
Question, Les.
Mm-hmm.
When I did my Smite Evil and I rolled poorly, I still had a follow-up attack though, right? Because I have 2 attacks now, plus I was hasted.
You don't get an extra attack on a. Yeah.
You move to get up there.
Right, but I was hasted, so
You don't get an extra attack on haste unless you do a full round attack action. That's when you get the extra.
Yeah.
okay.
All
So
right,
you'll get 3 this next round.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and do this, slug it out with Charlie. All right, so Bardos, bottom of the order. Where is Bardos? Oh, there he is, right in the middle of everything.
Going to do Keen Edge on Fletcher's sword.
All right, what does that do?
Doubles the threat range.
Doubles his critical threat range, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you crit on a 20?
19 or 20, so that'll make it 17.
17 or better is a crit now for Fletcher. Excellent work. You gonna move it all, Bardos?
Yeah, I'm gonna move over to one of these crystals over here.
Fletcher
Okay.
becomes one of Bardos's like little Pomeranians in the purse, you know, dials him up, blows on him occasionally, makes him large. Keen's his
Pomeranian in a purse. That's great. I like it. All right, cool. That is the bottom of the order. His turn. Trying to think of who he would see as the greatest problem. That's going to be Flashheart.
Well, he doesn't
I don't see any of us as the greatest threat.
Oh, that's right. Well, he can still attack.
Yes,
He
but
just-
he's blind.
Well, he's blind, but he's got blind fight. So in melee, every time you miss because of concealment, you can re-roll your miss chance one time to see if you actually hit. So he's got blind fight. So he is blinded.
So he's still got the 50-50 on us, but if he misses, he gets a second chance.
I get 2 rolls. Yeah, exactly right. So he's going to try and he's going to do a full attack action on Flashheart. So these are brutal pluses.
I
Hold
think
on a second.
Siggy is his biggest threat, right? The owl.
Siggy. Poor Siggy. All right. Claw, bite.
So, question: Does I know I dropped my shield? Does the banner add any AC?
It does not add anything to your AC.
So that would be 2 hits.
I thought
Okay.
once you hold the banner, you
Okay, now,
fail. I don't
so
get
2 possible hits.
Two
You have to roll
possible hits.
concealment now.
Right, now I got to roll concealment. So I'm going to roll D10s, and I'm going to roll high for the first claw. I got it. And high for the bite. Got it. So 2 hits. So he did hit you. Let's see what the damage is.
Ouch!
2d6 plus 2d6. Okay. So hold on a sec. So physical damage, 10 points, and cold damage, 9 points. So 19 total points from the bite and the claw.
Okay. So,
How long does the blindness last?
1 round, I believe.
Yeah, 1 round.
So he will be unblind next time unless he gets hit by something else. All right.
Like
That's
another Spear of Purity.
like another Spear of Purity, baby. I don't know if you got more of those. He's not gonna move. He's gonna stay right
like, Iomade, this other priest is showing you up right now.
there. He is. Flashheart, you and Farina are up.
Farina, you want to go first?
Frida's just like, all you guys are there taking care of that thing.
No,
I'm
but,
just,
I mean,
I'm intent on seeing if this crystal thing works. So,
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I
Give you
feel
a chance
like
to crush.
wasn't that
crush
you
first.
in the wedding in the B team where you were chasing elephants? I think I'm going to chase
Yes.
crystals.
So,
Remember how that-
Farina, give me a quick perception check before you do.
Farina, you remember how well that worked out for me?
Yeah.
I know, and I thought about that,
Trampled near to death.
but
But I did it look cool in front of the ladies, as I recall.
The mind once with the mind once.
29. All right. So as you and Otto are sort of trying to woggle this big crystal back and forth, trying to knock it off that pedestal, you look up on the wall, and about 15 feet up on the wall, you see something that catches your eye. It's some sort of gem about the size of a salad plate. And it looks like it's either embedded or glued to the wall about 15 feet up.
Is that that black dot?
we both spider
That's the
climbed.
black dot.
We both spider climbed straight up to it.
All right. So instead you're just saying, forget this. Let's go look at that.
Yeah.
All right. So you get there, and it looks like it's a gem about. I mean, what you're looking at looks to be the facet of the gem, like the top. Like if you look at a
Yeah.
crown cut gem, it
Yeah.
has that top facet. It looks like somebody basically what it looks like is somebody took a big plate-sized black gem and stuck it into the wall, like with a point.
It's
just
black
blasted.
like him. Black of, yeah, I like this. This looks good. So can I bludgeon it with the butt end of my scimitar?
You try? Yeah, absolutely.
So what kind of an attack would that be?
It's
my
not moving
standards?
or anything. So another AC 10 attack. You're attacking an inanimate object.
So what's my plus then on my 20? My strength check or?
Yeah, whatever your normal attack bonus is.
Oh, my normal attack. Okay, got it.
You're hasted, remembers? Did you put that in the?
No, I did not. So that's +1, right?
Yeah, you can get 2 attacks. Oh no, you moved.
I moved, yeah.
23. You hit it. So go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, just like it was a normal.
Now it's not a scimitar damage. I guess for the butt end, you're trying to like crush it. I would say D4.
With no pluses.
Well, strength, whatever your strength plus is.
And then I get another for haste.
In that case, it's just.
I think
Oh.
haste is just to hit.
Okay, and I didn't change to strength. So wait, I was going to take aspect of strength of the bull. Hang on, let me see if that changes my plus on that, which it might actually. It's kind of arduous to get rid of it. Hang on a second.
Wait, when were you going to do that?
That's a swift action.
Oh,
I was just going to add it in and tell you because I thought you're going to make me do a strength check, but then you didn't, so I let it go. In case it does change this. Okay, so now back to the front, and it does nothing. So,
Great.
Hey, come on now. Shit.
3 points of damage. All right, so you crack the hilt of your scimitar against this thing as hard as you can. But since you're spider climbing and it's just kind of weird, you can't really get your weight behind it. As far as you can tell, you don't do any damage to it. I mean, it's not even like marred.
Okay, so then can I do a claw attack for Otto? Because he moved once, and he's hasted too.
Sure.
So what's hasted if you move once and you're hasted? You
just get a single attack.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And that's going to hit it. I mean, he scratches at it. Go ahead and roll the D4 again with his strength, which I think would be plus 4.
Yep.
Oh no, he's using natural weapon, so he would use his normal damage.
Okay, so that would be +4. Yeah.
Your D20. You gotta move her.
Oh, sorry. It's got to be half of this D6 +4. So however you do that.
All right. So you think his claws? I mean, you're looking at it, and you think his claws were able to make what maybe like some faint scratches across the top of it. But from a damage point of view, it doesn't look damaged. Like it has a few like little scratches across the top.
Hey, Elendar, how about this thing?
All right, Flashheart.
Can he tell me if this thing's like radiating crazy magic that I should keep at it, Les?
He probably can.
Because he's still got his detect magic. Doesn't that go forever?
That goes for a long time.
Yeah.
So looking to you for an answer, Les.
Hold on. It does radiate magic. School of Necromancy.
I'll just look back, call out, and say, yeah, it looks like it's necromancy magic.
Can't budge it. I can't scratch it.
All right.
We're done.
Flashheart.
Remind me, do I add a bonus to hit on haste or no? I think we just had this conversation like not 20
No,
minutes
but you
ago.
get an extra attack.
All right, here we go. All right, Smite Evil.
Yeah, you get 2 at your highest number and 1 at your second number.
Ooh, okay, that's gonna hit. That's gonna miss.
And then here's my regular attack.
That's gonna hit. So 2 hits.
So
Remember, Radiance is a +3 weapon now.
Yeah.
And you got your Smite Evil going, which adds.
And you got Smite. He is evil.
Yeah. So Smite Evil adds.
Don's the expert in that.
What do you need?
What's Smite Evil add? Is it your level?
What level is he?
6. I'm looking it up. I haven't done it for a while.
Does it just add your level?
I think it's +6, isn't it, to damage?
Yeah.
All right, so +3, +6. All right, there we go. All right, so first attack or first plus 3 plus 6. There we go. 15 for the first.
Okay.
Yeah, you're able to add your level. Your first one against an evil outsider is double that.
And it's bypassing all DR.
Yep.
Bypasses all DR.
You said the first one is double that, so double the level, right? Not double the plus 3 for the sword.
Right, double the level.
So it'd be add 6 more to the 15 less 21 plus
Okay.
10.
Got it.
Oh,
Boom.
that was much better.
It staggers backward from Radiance is glowing like crazy, and you got the banner in your hand, and you're just like boom, boom, and this thing is just like staggering back. It's hissing and mewling. It is shocked that you're even able to hit him. It's used to being incorporeal, I think, and
Take your one.
everything is now smacking into him, and this is a brand new sort of thing for him.
Sensation.
Gatto, you're up.
I'm throwing a dagger.
Okay.
I can't see how injured the thing is. How injured is he? Okay, he's. I see that.
Yeah, it's covered by the.
Yeah, if I look where Gatto is, then I can see.
Did you pretend the second door is open last? That might give us the light.
Yeah, hold on. Let me fix that.
All I see is a diagonal cut of the demon here. There we go.
There you go. 23 is a miss.
Dagger pops back in my hand.
You're like, well, this dagger doesn't work.
I'm starting to like the dagger though because it keeps popping back in my hand.
Keep showing back up. All right, so Lothar and go ahead.
Does 25 hit? Because I'm flanking with Flashheart.
25 does hit.
So 4 points of damage with a +1 dagger.
+1 dagger. Okay, hold on. Let me take off that 0 points of damage. Okay. All right. It struck it, but I mean, honestly, you're not sure if it even noticed.
It was a symbolic blow, Lanny. We appreciate it.
All right. Lothar and Ilindar Storm.
I'm casting prayer.
Prayer. Okay.
+1 luck bonus to attack, damage, save, and skill check. And the opponent takes -1 on all those rolls.
Nice.
Oh, okay. -1 on my rolls now. Okay, cool.
Nice. No spell resistance, no saving throw.
Damn, that's harsh. I feel like I should get spell resistance on that.
Arastil disagrees.
Rassil and I are going to have a chat about this later. All right, excellent. Lothar. Ilindar Storm.
Okay.
Now, does prayer affect its creature's AC, opponent's AC?
Prayer does.
Prayer does. Okay. So its AC is now 24.
It's +1 for us to hit, -1 for you to hit. That's kind of how it affects the
okay. Okay.
Right. It doesn't affect its AC. It gets a -1 to hit, damage, save, or skill check.
Right. And we get a +1.
And all of us get a +1
+1
for the same
Okay,
thing.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Ilindar's moving up behind Flashheart and hitting him with Bark Skin, which is going to add 3 to his AC.
Ooh, okay.
And then I'm doing the rest of the move to get back to, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, to right there.
Okay.
And I tell him Farina I'm on my way.
All right.
And then Storm is going to attack the creature, and all these attacks and damages are all be at +1.
Okay. 1 claw hit for 12 points of damage. 13 points of damage.
13 points.
Okay. That's actually, you got through a little bit, but not a ton.
Okay.
All right. Now up is Fletcher and Bardos. Now,
Bardos.
Fletcher, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Bardos is going to cast the same thing on Flashheart that he just did
The keen.
Yeah, the keen edge. So double his threat range.
What is the critical hits are for a longsword is just 20, right?
No, it's 19 and 20, so now it's 19 and 20.
All right, so now it's 17s and up, but
How
for
much?
both Fletcher and Flashheart are crits. This is going to be trouble for me, I have a feeling, at some point. I don't like this one bit.
Not with the way we're rolling tonight.
Yeah, no kidding. Let's hope that changes. Bardos, are you doing anything else?
Down.
Yeah, I'm going to take a move. 10, 20. There. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm
All
doing
right.
a full attack action. Still raging.
How many attacks is that?
3 because I'm hasted as well.
Yep.
Okay.
I am not doing surprise accuracy, but I am doing powerful blows on the first attack if it hits.
All
Yes,
right.
very real soon because it's almost 10.
Ooh, that's a hit.
Yes.
Powerful blows in effect.
I'm going to roll the well, let's roll. Now I'm going to roll the other 2 if you don't mind. As long as I'm set up.
Yeah, do all the attacks, then do all the damage.
Okay. Ooh.
Not all the attacks, just that last one.
Or you stop with that second one.
Is that and the 21? That is a confirmed fumble, my friend. So go ahead and roll the damage.
On the one hit.
18.
27 points of damage. And what kind of weapon do you have?
It is aligned good.
Aligned good. I don't know that that's going to be enough. It is not going to be enough. Okay, so but it's still a pretty solid amount of damage there, which I will take off. Oh, I took it off of you instead. Sorry about that.
Hey.
I know that wasn't right. That wasn't right of me.
That was just wrong.
Yeah.
You haven't taken off any DR when Flashheart hits, right?
No, I have not.
Okay.
All right. So and now El Fumbolo.
Ooh.
Why do my crit generators not work? This bites my ass. I don't have a crit generator there either. I don't like this one bit. All right, hold on. Nothing. Okay. Don, do you have your crit generator handy? He's not even there. Shit, I can't.
Yeah, give me 1 minute.
All right. Give me a fumble, would you, with a martial weapon?
Yeah, you want the fumble.
Yeah.
Melee.
What happened?
Catastrophic failure. You fall unconscious for 1d6 rounds.
What?
Will negates.
Okay. Will save, and that's against the creature's AC, correct? It
Yes.
is.
Oh, well, I can't.
Roll a will save.
We get a +1 from prayer.
25. I can't.
Is there no way you can hit it?
Well, I get plus.
Natural 20.
35, 25.
Nope. You fall unconscious.
Okay, for 1 to 6 rounds. So roll
All right.
excited.
Who's rolling shittiest tonight? Have them roll.
I think Fletcher just won that award.
Roll yourself, Fletch.
2 rounds.
Two
You
rounds.
are out for
Good
2
call, Jim.
rounds. Wow. Okay. And Bardos, you keen to think. Okay, so Fletcher's down. Top of the order.
Whacked myself in the head.
Now he's not blind anymore. And so he is. What is he gonna do?
Quit and go home. Quit while he's ahead.
No, he's not gonna do that.
Pledge allegiance to.
He's going to take a 5-foot step back, and he is going to try and magic jar into Bardos.
Okay.
So Bardos, I need you to make a will save. And before you do, I'm going to tell you what the DC is because this is a kind of a big deal. He is a possession mastery demon, and so the will save on Magic Jar is 24. Oh, okay. So this guy disappears.
I do have some. What is it exactly, Les?
Magic Jar. So let me tell you what happens. So by casting Magic Jar, you place your soul in a gem or large crystal known as the jar, leaving your body lifeless. Then you attempt to take control of a nearby body, forcing its soul into the jar. You may move back to the jar, returning your trapped soul to your body, or attempt to possess another body. The spell ends when you send your soul back to your own body, leaving the receptacle empty. Basically, the creature, actually, he would not disappear. Hold on a second.
So his body is still sitting there.
His body is still sitting there. So you see his body sort of kind of keel over and go down. Farina?
Yeah.
You're on the wall next to that gem. That gem is just lit up. Something's, I mean, it's not lit, but it's like it's alive. And Bardos is now Eustoriax. And Bardos' soul is in the gem.
So if I break the gem now, then Bardos is lost.
Yes.
And androids do have souls, right? Les,
we have established that. Yes, they do. So yeah, but you don't know that, Farina. As far as you know, the guy just collapsed out there.
Getting confused.
All right. So he does that. Flashheart and Farina, you guys are up.
Well, that sucks because I don't know.
You don't know.
What you're doing, you might.
I gotta just do.
You might be like just lighting up over here.
All right. So I've got 2 attacks.
That hits.
Yeah.
Both of those will hit.
Great. Of course they do now. Of course they do.
Well, it's only AC 10. I mean, it's not hard to hit. What it is it's hard to damage. So this stone, here's the thing. It's got hardness, and it's got pretty staunch hardness, which means bashing on it with the butt of your sword is almost certainly not going to do anything.
I mean, it doesn't make a difference using the blade of the sword. It's still metal.
Well, you would use weapon attack if you would use weapon damage if you used the blade. So yeah, it would make a pretty significant.
I didn't realize. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I can use. Okay, so can I do that?
You want to attack it with? Yeah, absolutely. You can attack it with.
I didn't understand that there was a difference. I thought, I don't know. I guess I wouldn't have thought a sharp edge would have made a difference, but on that, I thought I would think a blunt edge.
Focuses the effort. I see what you're saying. Like you would try and crush it, but this is
a blunt weapon would work better. But the way the sword is just designed with the heft and everything, it does more damage using the blade.
So 10 points of damage. You actually put a crack in its side. Now, it's not destroyed by anything, but there does seem to be some sort of crack in it or a scratch in it.
Now, this is auto.
Auto hits. It does 12. Wait.
No, that was Otto's claws. That was a bite, claw. All
right, so he's like full attacking this thing?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we were up there to do.
Okay.
Bardos' soul was in it.
Spider climbing, so you can't really.
Can you?
You can't let go.
You have a backup somewhere, right?
Is that true? He can't use his claws on spider climb one at a time?
No, I don't think we've ever limited the amount of attacks on spider climb.
All right, so these are I got 1 claw and 1 bite, right?
Yes.
So half the D6.
Okay.
On that one, and then the whole D6 on this one.
4 and 5. Yeah, it doesn't seem to. He's just having a hard time getting. He certainly can't see. He's having a hard time getting his teeth around it, and certainly not getting a claw. You're having a lot better luck with the
the
thing.
Maybe somebody will clue me in.
All right, Flashheart, what do you do? This creature has just collapsed right in front of you. It's just laying there, sort of in a pile.
Creature have anything on it?
Just its creaturely. I mean, it doesn't have any like weapons or anything. That's what you mean.
Was it holding anything? Any amulets, rings, anything like that?
No, nothing like that. Then, well, I mean, you can't really tell, but
I would say normally it's incorporeal, so I don't believe it has too many physical items. At least that I would think. Can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay. I will.
Push it in the pit.
Yeah, I'm going to coup de grace it right to the forehead if I can, just to make sure that that it is fully dead, or if it comes back to this body, it's a little less worse for wear.
All right, so you step forward and just take Radiance, turn it upside down, and just plunge it into the creature's head?
Yep.
Okay, so Radiance splits into its head, and you see that it just, comes out in this, like, black, oily substance, comes roiling out, and it begins pouring into the pit. And then slowly you see the creature begin to become more substantial. It starts to waft away like this black smoke until it's completely wafted away.
I don't know if that was good or bad.
That was good.
Okay.
Just
We're
good.
just gonna yell out, "Is it dead?"
Vanished.
Gatto, your turn.
Yeah. Hopefully vanish.
I fall on my knees and cry.
You miss Ustuniax, the shadow demon?
Pardon?
You miss him, that's why you're crying? You're like, I wish that demon was
I'm
gone.
just happy it's gone.
Okay. Tears of joy.
I can just call out to you, come closer, child. You'll be safer with the group.
Lothar, you and Ilindar are up. All right, 8 points. People get back as Lothar bursts. Excellent. Ilindar, what are you and Storm doing?
Storm was probably going over to make sure the thing was dead. So,
Okay.
Eldar was coming back over to see what Farina was doing.
So Farina and Gatto are on the wall, and they're like she's like cracking at this gem on the top. The gem that radiates necromancy.
So does it change anything whenever? Because I looked at it before, and now
Still radiates necromancy, but it does seem less faint. It was not radiating a ton of magic before. Now it's radiating more magic.
Can I do a knowledge check to see if I know what this is?
Like knowledge arcana?
Yeah.
Okay. You're not sure, but the fact that this stone exists and that it radiates necromancy and the creature just collapsed, you think that this may be some sort of what you're reminded of is like a lich's phylactery.
I was just gonna say the same thing.
Maybe this is some sort of phylactery-like thing that's going to keep it alive, and you're not sure. Maybe maybe it will reform if it's not destroyed. You don't know.
Okay. Then I'll just say, yeah, I think it has something to do with the creature.
All right. Fletcher's still unconscious. Bardos says up. He says, "Wait, Farina, don't destroy it. If it is, so do you say anything, Ilindar, or like?"
I just say I think it has something to do with the creature. It might be like a phylactery type thing, but I'm not certain.
And Bardos says, "Don't destroy it. If possible, I don't know that we can destroy it down here, but we probably should take it outside and try and we should examine it."
We have no time to examine it.
He looks over and says, "We have the banner."
The Tower of Grayskull.
Can we pry it off of the wall?
What is it? A sleepy guy said that?
No, that was Fletcher.
I'm gonna ask Ilindar. What do you think, Ilindar?
And Fletcher, you wake up after a few minutes and be like,
Yeah.
"What happened? What did I miss?"
Unfortunately,
Rounds.
Ilandar's friends with Bardos and always pretty much yields to him because he knows he's got more knowledge than him. So he would just,
Whatever Bardo says.
yep.
Yeah, I think I don't trust the bugger as much as you, even though you're dark and demonic. But I'll take my dagger out and start prying it out.
Be careful with it. It might be that this is something we can use.
This is the perfect time for a fumble, right? That's eerie. Don's chair is just spinning empty. That's
Just saw his hand come in.
Okay, the hand took away from him a little bit.
All right, so
Yeah, I got to do that below the screen level, don't I?
Verena, give me a quick roll, and then we've got to stop for the night.
what do I roll?
Just like an attack roll.
I don't know. I don't have a dagger put on here. Does anybody know what the plus is? I've got one, but I don't have it on my list.
It would just be your melee damage or your melee attack. Strength and base attack bonus.
+6.
Plus 6.
Plus your bless. So plus.
So bad.
Do you have a dagger?
Yeah, I do. I just keep it for crazy shit like this. Not
Close
really.
encounters.
Yeah.
I keep this handy for closing. Yeah, you actually it takes a bit of fussing with, but you eventually do get it out of there. And Bardo's like, throw it down. I know you're worried about this. I'll take care of it. Well, then we'll examine it when we get outside. But we have to see what the banner has done.
Oh God, this is terrible, Les. This
And
is
you-
evil.
Throw it down to Bardos. He catches it and tucks
Wait,
it
what's
into
I
his
got to
bag.
roll for this, and he's got to roll to catch. That's
You don't have to throw it to Bardos. You can throw it to Ilandar.
Now throw it to Otto. He'll swallow it.
No, Bardos is right underneath you. It's like,
That's fine. I probably would, but I
No, Ilandar's right underneath her. She's right there.
well,
I mean, I'm a
she's technically
girl.
she's on the wall over here.
I'm a girl. Girls can't throw. I've got to roll this, and then you've got to roll to catch because you're.
Well, that being the case, you probably wouldn't throw it. You'd probably just spider climb down with it and hand it to Bardos.
He did say it. Toss it to me.
But you know that you're a bad tosser.
I'm tossing it. What's my roll?
I'm tossing it.
You're a tosser.
What's my roll?
Can we do a sense motive to see if he's acting oddly?
There's no reason why I would sense motive, though. I'm with you. I would listen to him. He's been
Right.
a stalwart, basic, informative, helpful guy.
Yeah.
If I hadn't actually flat out said he magic jarred into him, you guys would never
Right.
know.
Right. But
So yeah, unless you've got a concrete reason.
here's the deal. Is the demon going to know he's always a super kind, helpful guy and act that way? Or is the demon going to act like himself and it's going to start making us think that something's odd?
Oh, I think if I was trapped in the body of the people that just defeated me, I would be on my best behavior. But I'll tell you what, that is legitimate. You guys know Bardos pretty well. So over time, I think that there may be certain things that come up.
Certain
Yeah.
quirks.
Yeah, that you might be like, that's weird. I've never seen Bardos do that. Or why would Bardos do something like that? He never does it that way. You know, that kind of thing.
Would it be a perception?
It would probably be a perception followed by a sense motive, but it's not happening now. I mean, you guys just got out of this fight.
Like,
Bardos
if we
hasn't
see
had a
Bardos-
chance to do anything.
Right.
So if we see Bardos eat a live kitten, we'll know maybe something's up, or is that something Bardos?
That might be a tip off.
Okay.
The kitten thing.
Oh, so we got to wait until he does something stupid?
You
Yep.
got to have some. You can't just go doing sense motive on your friends all the time.
Don't you always?
I was going to say, really? None of you do that?
No.
Oh,
All right.
Do it
So
right now.
my
lots
bad.
going on. That's where we'll stop for tonight. It's 10:15. I got to get a good night's sleep.
Good luck.
This is awesome.
luck
Thank you
tomorrow,
guys.
Good
You guys
luck
got
on
the
your
banner.
Yay!
Shut
After all
up.
this time.
Shut
So
up. Listen
Luck.
to you.
lots going on.
We lost Bardos, but that's just a small.
He's right there. I don't know what you're talking about, Lost Bar. Bartles is right there. He's just as helpful and nice as always.
We got the banner. It's all good.
You got the banner. All right. We will resume here next Sunday.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
Les, good luck tomorrow, okay?
All right. Thanks, buddy.
Go get the job.
Good luck. See you.
Take care.
Thank you, guys. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.